hard drive's fine. And you don't have to do anything about it. Hey, Masters, welcome. Check out those new emotes we got, man. They're cool. How long do hard drives last? That, my friend, is an impossible to answer question because it completely ranges. You could have, like, it depends on usage. Sometimes hard drives just fail. Like, you could have a hard drive for, like, I don't want to be like a crazy number, but you could have a hard drive for like 20 years or something like that, and it would be perfect. Or you could have a hard drive and it lasts like 3 months. It is just so wildly over the place for how long your hard drives can last. And you got to keep in mind that the hard drives on the Xbox, like the external ones you plug in, they do a lot more work than they would in other situations. Because they're constantly being used. Oh my god, this guy is just like 50 cal snipers everywhere. And I say that because, you know, they're always getting updated, there's always games on them, and they're always being like run in the background and stuff. It's, you know, it's a lot more effort than they would have in other similar hard drive situations. Is he behind me? He is. Oh god, he's got Dome too. Oh god, that guy's right in front of me too. They're everywhere. Anyways, so there's a lot more wear and tear on them. I found that when I plug in external hard drives, you know, like the Seagate ones, I usually get about 5 years out of them on the Xboxes. I'm on my second generations for most of my hard drives that I've had for quite a number of years. That being, I'm on Cortana 2, and I think Yarny 2? I don't know if my Yarny 2 drive is the same. So what I do is when one hard drive dies, and you know, I've given it a name, I give it an I, like I do the Roman numerals. So if one hard drive dies, you know, I bring it back. Like, so Cortana drive died, so I called it the Cortana II, or the Cortana 2 drive, just so I can keep track of how many I've had of that, like, iteration. And then if I get a new thing to the family, like recently I've been getting a lot of hard drives to review, and I use them for recording, so I've got, like, the Grogu drive now, I have the Sky drive, I have an Arbiter drive, I have a Kratos drive. The Kratos drive is for PS5 gameplay. Obviously, so it's formatted to be recording, or to be used for the PlayStation 5, because you have to have a special, a fatty, I think is the format, XFAT, you have to use that. God, I'm getting just massacred out here. 3 and 8. Ugh, gotta get used to these, the shooting in this one. MP5 is janky. And also the fact that my teammate's kind of standing back, and these guys are all sniping. Okay, that guy should have died anyways. Yeah, see, you got the new emotes. It's the pineapple cup, and then there's like a goose one and stuff. Yeah. So you can use your 1TB USB for Xbox One X only for older games. Yeah, so it's not entirely useless. There's lots of older games. Your Xbox, original Xbox games, 360 games, a lot of the Xbox One games. You also don't need it for FPS boosted games, so you can use, you know, if anything's FPS boosted, you can just run it off your old hard drive. There's even a number of Series X / S optimized games that don't need the internal storage, and they'll tell you when they need them. Or you can look it up and stuff, and you know, there's lots of different, I guess you could say, options in that regard, just for using your storage. And I hope you kind of get the gist of it, because they really did a bad job of kind of teaching people about the hard drive usage for next gen. Like, a lot of people out there kind of make it sound like, hey, you have to have next-gen storage when you don't necessarily have to all the time. For me, it's a pain, because I constantly have to manage, you know, moving all of these games all around, which sucks, but that's just how it works nowadays, right? So I'm hoping we get some faster or larger proprietary tech drives in the near future. But the Seagate one is one I actually do highly suggest, the Seagate expansion drive, the proprietary one. It is actually pretty good bang for your buck, all things considered. And the PS5, yeah, the PS5 can only do traditional external. They don't have any sort of proprietary options for hard drive storage at this point, and they don't have any okayed hard drive options that you can buy either. So their thing was, and a lot of people kind of made fun of Xbox for this, for having a proprietary drive, is like, well, PlayStation's going to allow us to put any of the NVMe drives in there, when, you know, they haven't okayed a single NVMe drive yet that is fast enough for their storage requirements. So on Series X, it's the only next-gen console you can actually have proper extra next-gen storage on at this current point in time. I'm hoping they get on it soon, and apparently Xbox is also going to start allowing additional developers to make more proprietary next-gen hard drives, so over time I'm hoping we get, you know, more options and larger sizes. Keeping in mind that the, you know, the NVMe SSD technology is relatively new, and it's very expensive. It is really, really expensive. It's getting cheaper, but for like anything even like remotely past a terabyte, it's going to cost you a pretty penny. And a lot of people will act like, oh, it's dirt cheap, and it's like, and it really isn't. It is actually quite costly. Oh, look at my airstrike. See, I told you, just got to give me a sec. I get into the rhythm of it. Get used to the gun again. There we go. Chopper standing by. That's what I'm talking about. Bringing out the chopper. Yeah, I love me some Modern Warfare Classic. I'm glad I've put this one into rotation for doing like streams on. I really do love this game. Addicted to Cold War Zombies? That's cool. I demand. Thank you so much for that. What game am I most excited to play this year? Maybe Flight Sim on console. I'm very excited to see how that gets ported over and to do videos and streams on it. I really loved Flight Sim when I played it on PC last year to review it. I'm very eager to see, you know, the Xbox version of it, which should be, you know, over the summer. So within the next few months, we'll have it. It might even drop at E3, which would be really cool. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm excited about. Will the next Elder Scrolls or Fallout come to PS5? No. Unless they get Game Pass. Am I going to play the Bloodlines expansion when it comes out? Or which game? Sorry, I don't know what the Bloodlines is a part of. Specifically, you'll have to elaborate on there. There is a Battlefield teaser when you star Battlefield 4, 5, Hardline 1 and 5. Oh, that's interesting. What do you mean star it? Like play them or something? Is that what you're talking about? Because I heard something rumbling rumor-wise about it. Yeah, but hard drives, they can die at like any point, and you'll have no idea, right? They'll just be like, one day your hard drive will start. Okay, that might have just been people quitting. One day your hard drive will just start like clunking or something like that, and when it starts making weird sounds, that's when it's time to, you know, kind of back up your data and move it to other places. Like, I've had a lot of hard drives die, but I've got one hard drive on my computer that I've had for, I think, well over 10 years, and that drive just, like, unbeatable. She just keeps kicking. Okay, everybody's leaving. They do realize there's, like, not too many lobbies of this game left. There's not a whole lot of options out there. Yeah. Well, the PS5's fun, it's just I don't have a lot of things to cover on it. Where did all the people go? Are we going to be screwed and we can't play this game? I've got a bad feeling about that. So 84% of people, we could do hardcore team deathmatch. Well, let's see if it gets me. Maybe there's another full lobby out there. 5 out of 5 games found. Okay. But it's going to keep putting me... Oh, no, we got into a match. That's great. It likes to put you back into the same things over and over again. Is DTX better or Dolby Atmos? Well, they're different kinds of things. I guess it's a little bit of preference, I suppose. And standards-wise, and what you buy in like audio option-wise. Anyways, we're in a new match. Be sure to like the stream if you haven't, so more people can check it out. Questions and stuff are great. I'll try to catch up to what was been said here. Donations are cool, like our friend did there a little bit earlier, which is great. And subscribing is awesome, and I hope you guys enjoy this. We usually do daily streams, so, you know, there's always something to watch and check out. And I am still looking into whether or not I get to co-stream the Xbox event. I saw today on the Twitter that somebody got given the okay to do so, so I'm kind of hoping that maybe I hear back in the near future about it, but I haven't heard back yet. But I did see someone else that got the okay, so that means it is something that they can do. So that would be kind of cool if I get to do that, and we get to have like a shared event. I guess you can say you can come and watch it with me if you so choose for, you know, whatever reason. It'll be really exciting. But that's for the Xbox E3 event, which is like 5 days away now. It's inching ever closer. Ah, crap, he stabbed me. About to spend a lot of money in Battlefield 6. It's not too far away. Yeah. And, well, you know, when you think of storage better than Seagate, I don't know, I've always preferred the Seagate drives. You know, I think there's pretty good value in them. And, like, literally, like, all of my drives have been Seagate. I've had, like, probably nearly 20 different hard drives. I've always been happy with the Seagate ones. I've also, like, I've done a couple Samsung SSD reviews. They're all really actually well done, cute small drives that have good storage and speeds and stuff. Very happy. I've also got these like Kingston USBs, like flash drives, and they're actually really good and super affordable, which is nice. And yeah, pretty good read writes on those ones. I mean, it differs, and I just find the Western Digital ones a little pricey for the sizes, and they don't offer too many higher sizes. That's what's good for Seagate, is they tend to give you like the bigger sizes when they start adding them and releasing them. So that's what I kind of like. But you know, I've always heard good things about the Western Digital ones as well. Just don't have as much experience with them. Shotguns are crap in Cold War compared to... They're very different games, you know, Warzone and Cold War. It's well, I mean, Warzone's basically become Cold War, right? They've thrown all the weapons in there. It's about the same thing at this point. Do I have a PS5? Yeah, I do. I do the odd video on it. I've done actually quite a few PS5 videos. Not as much as I've done on the Xbox, but that's mostly because my games library on PlayStation is quite limited. I'm supposed to be covering Ratchet & Clank. I haven't gotten it yet, and the review embargo is up for it soon. But I think, like I've mentioned prior, I'm in their sort of streamer category now, so I don't get stuff until like launch because they kind of expect me to be streaming the game, which I'll probably do, but you know, I would like to actually be doing a video review of it for the launch, because that's what I traditionally do, and I really like PlayStation for that, is they would like traditionally give me like a month ahead with their games so I can get my review and everything prepared, and we've had a change of the PR guard, if that makes sense, so we've got a new PR handling it. They're great, but it's just like I've been grouped into a different category, which is like oh. I'm gonna try to kind of talk to them about it and stuff and see, because I don't want to, like, you know, sound ungrateful or anything, if you get what I'm talking about. Always a fine line you dance, but it's just like it's helpful to get things early, if that makes sense, so I can plan stuff. Because I also have the Switch. You know, I just did a review on Miitopia today, guys. Make sure you check it out. We need those Miitopia views so we get more Nintendo stuff in the future. Oh, I got Expert 3 with MP5. Nice. But yeah, guys, if you have the time, make sure you give the love to the Miis of Miitopia. And I promise the first 5 seconds of the video should be pretty funny. If you like The Witcher, I guess, yeah. What's on the other ends? Yeah, so that's something I had kind of trailed off on when I was talking about. So when you get hard drives, it's usually like a bit of a mixed bag of how much hard drive storage you actually get out of it. I think the closest I ever saw was the Samsung one I used for reviewing, where it was only like 30 gigabytes were lost. Usually, you know, they kind of advertised like you'll get like a 1 terabyte drive, but in actuality it's usually like, you know, 900 and something gigs or whatever, because, you know, they can't really get the full amount out of it, or they just don't bother, because it has to do with like the discs. But, you know, the closest I ever saw was like this one Samsung one I reviewed at the beginning of the year, and that only lost like, I think, under 30 gigabytes out of a terabyte, and I was like, what? This is insanity. Because usually you lose up to like 70. I've lost, like, I think on bigger terabyte hard drives, like 300 gigs. I think I have an 8 terabyte that's like 7.6 or something, and it's just like, this is ridiculous. This is not as advertised, which kind of should be illegal if you think about it, but, you know, it is what it is. You got Village for Series X. That's cool. Nice. Last of Us 2 needs 140 gigabytes. Yeah, so hard drive spaces are getting a little... Or not hard drive spaces. Games are taking up too much space. So you should, as we get rid of the PS4 and the Xbox One, hard drive spaces should actually start to decrease a lot. Just how much it takes to store a game should shrink by like tenfold. So for older hard drives, in order to keep, you know... Is that a guy that's still alive? I thought that was a dead body. So for older hard drives, in order to keep this, you know, the games running fast and accessing the storage and everything fast, what they have to do is basically like reuse assets over and over again. And there's also like, they don't really do much compression nowadays, companies, to be honest. They're very lazy about it. but you know, they have to use the same asset multiple times, so you have to have like 10 of the same tree in an area in order to make it so that the area is rendering fast, right? Whereas with the SSD, you can read and write so quickly that you only need one of that tree in order to have it in multiple spots and stuff, if that makes sense. So I hope that kind of helps. Can SSDs die? Yes. They're just generally considered safer. I've had an SSD die before. I think I've had two die. I had an OS die, and I think another SSD die as well. The really cool ones are the Novami drives, which are super fast and they run super hot. I think those ones, it's actually, apparently it's better to keep them heated, if that makes sense, like constantly running. It increases the lifespan in comparison to heating and cooling them, which kind of makes sense, but it's just sort of funny to think about. How much MPS is good for gaming? It depends on what type of gaming you're doing. If you're doing like, oh, everybody quit from the match, there's like 4 lobbies, guys. Why do people, like, anyways, I don't know why they just don't keep in rotation. Like I was saying, there's oh geez, what was the question? How much MPS? It depends on if you're doing like cloud streaming. You know, I think for gaming it's relatively low. Again, depends on what your bandwidth and stuff. So usually about 5 megabits, 10 to 5 up and down is usually pretty solid, but you know, it's gonna vary, right? 1 gigabit, nice. We're supposed to be getting gigabit over the summer, which I don't believe them, because they said back in 2016 we'd have a gigabit internet. Liars. They keep pushing it back, but they claim, because every area around us right now has been getting the gig, they put these big signs up, they're like, the fiber is here, and I'm like, oh! So hopefully this summer I will have gigabit internet, and I will go, ha 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 ha, as I download and upload even faster. It'll be insane. Like, just imagine how much quicker I can get videos done if I get to a point where, if I end up getting a 3090 card, or a 3080 Ti, whatever I can get my hands on, I guess. If I get one of those plus have gigabit internet, you know, my assembly line would be so fast for rendering and uploading stuff. Job time. I hope you have a fun time at your job and that. Downsize, you can only get 580 megabits on Wi-Fi. Oh no! Only 580 megabits on Wi-Fi. Oh, the agony. Well, I mean, Wi-Fi is always going to be slower than a wired connection. I always plug in my consoles. If you care about competitive gaming, make sure you're doing a wired connection. It's a lot better. But at least 500 megabits? 500 megabits is like overkill for your gaming. That's more just so you can download stuff faster. When you're doing regular gameplay, like gameplay on consoles is designed for like much lower megabits because people don't have connections like that usually. So anyways, new match. Be sure to like the stream if you haven't, so more people can check it out. Oh god, he's got a shotgun there. Questions and stuff are great, donations are awesome, and subscribing, I've heard, is a pretty cool experience. And if you are a member, you have access to brand new emotes, including the goose and the me with the pineapple cup. And we have room for one more emote that I haven't decided what it's going to be yet, so it'll be something in the future. 25 megabits to play online? No, it's usually a lot lower. Again, you have to look it up. Sometimes it says actually on the games or in the game stores what the requirements are for your particular title. And it depends on how much, like, you know, connection is needed for whatever it is. It does vary, as odd as that sounds. Love the WD black drives. Those are pretty good, I've heard. Able to use the boys noise cancellation. Oh, that's cool.
Oh, shit.
The hell's that sound? I'm just like, what is that sound? It's like a little child swearing. It's like, what? I'm trying to like mute them, and I'm like putting up the night vision and stuff. I think there was a bad guy coming that way. I don't think either platform's necessarily more laggy than the other. It mostly comes down to infrastructure. So Xbox Live is a lot, you know, more intense of an infrastructure setup than the PlayStation Network is. So you should usually technically have like a better connection Xbox-wise because they use the Azure Cloud, which is like a global server setup. And I mean, your experience will vary, but you know, just because Xbox has like literally Microsoft's top of the line Azure servers backing it, you know, it should be running very smoothly, assuming what your connection is too, right? That would be the major difference for those two. Moving up, keep working. Alright, you know it. You know it. Can you join? Just join the match. There's usually lots of slots. There's not too many people that play this game. Go ahead. No one is stopping you from doing so. That's for sure. Although I don't really get the excitement of joining in and playing with me. I'm not that exciting, I don't think, but for those that think I do, thank you. Thought you heard a baby? That's what I was like, what is that sound? And why are they playing this game at this hour? I mean, it could be the day where they are. You never know with time zones, right? 5 megabits? Yeah, you'd probably be like with 5. So the issue probably there is internet companies, they basically advertise the download, but they don't tell you the upload. So your download might have been 5 megabits, but if your upload was like, you know, KB or 1 megabit, that would probably be your bottleneck as to why, you know, you're having issues. Because you got to remember, to do gaming, it's both upload and download at the same time, right? You know, you're uploading data, taking data down, it's back and forth. And a lot of people, you know, not that they're maybe not smart enough to understand, but they're not taught, they're complacent, and they're not taught what upload speeds are, and that's why a lot of companies give you, you know, garbage upload, because people don't really care or acknowledge what that is, because they use websites. They're like, okay, we'll just download. The same with YouTube, you know, I'm just gonna watch a video that's just downloading, or using Netflix, it's just downloading. But when you go to upload things, which is important for me and my work, or playing games, you know, people have a lower upload and they won't know that. 100K this year? For subscribers? I don't think so. Metrics certainly don't add up for that. The Social Blade site I use says by the end of March next year. I also don't see that my metrics add up for that. I could have a really good fall, but yeah, I just don't get the views and the subscriber exchange rate enough to really think I would get 100,000 this year. I mean, you never know. Like I said, fall's when all the big games come out. That could be really good for me, but I have no idea. I don't believe so. You had 13 megabits and you were lucky. And that sucks. Mine's like, just because they fixed it recently, it's 130 and 32, which I don't think is very fast. But, I mean, compared to some places, it is, obviously, which kind of sucks. So we need better internet standards globally, because we'd be able to do much, much bigger things as a society if we had faster internet speeds for people. Like, that's like a big bottleneck for, like, self-driving cars and, you know, smart appliances and stuff, is the fact that there's not enough, like, internet bandwidth. And the companies are always like, oh, well, if we give people too much space, or we give them, like, data caps are the biggest joke in the entire world that is ever created. The only reason data caps exist is to suck more money from people. Because there's no reason, there's, like, no such thing as, like, any sort of, like, bandwidth shortage or anything, because they just, like, it's such a joke, but, you know, they artificially create that to make more money off of people, obviously. Which is kind of hilarious, and I can't believe that's even legally allowed, but, you know, Canada, they got the uglyopolies, but that aside, if we had faster internet infrastructure, we could do wonderful things as a society. We'd be able to, like, kind of get information going a lot quicker and do higher development stuff. What's my poison tonight? I'm just doing the Empress Gin and blackberry lemonade. I've got like half a drink. It tastes wonderful. I'm glad to be back on this stuff because I just, you know, bought it again. But I might do a wine night tomorrow or something. I might mix it up a little bit, you know. Actually, yesterday was kind of interesting. I did like a vodka and smoothie. Like, I have these, like, expensive smoothies, but I got them in, like, a 2-liter, so I was, you know, a bit mixing up with the drinks and the smoothie thing, so I did a vodka smoothie last night, which was really, a little too much vodka in it, to be honest. You never know when you, like, mix something improperly, and you're like, ah, damn it. That was one of those situations, because you want to do the right balance where you can taste the drink, you know, and this, you know, the regular drink, so definitely a bit of a letdown for me in that regard. Oh, look at me killing these guys. I'm stunned. I was hoping I'd get the 5th kill. Ah, I'm glad you're enjoying the stream and enjoying some special highlights. Because again, I can't really talk about that kind of stuff on YouTube. monetization wise, if that makes sense. But hopefully someday things get a little bit more open for things. Because I was thinking about that today, actually, like, you know, the rules for YouTube monetization, which are, you know, set by US standards, basically. So I was editing a video for Dante's Inferno, which is a video I think will be up tomorrow. And it's like, there's a video of a guy with, like, a cross thing stuck in his eye, and it's, like, bloody and everything, but I had to, like, cut out the portions of the game that have, like, a lady's, like, breasts. I was just like, why is this, like, like, it just seems weird, you know? It's like, oh, there's a guy with that, and there's, like, demons on fire, and people exploding, and he's, like, sewing, like, a cross onto his chest. And it's like, that's okay, but God forbid, like, a breast is there. I just find that really hilarious. This guy is talking. You must be muted. Gotta mute players that talk. It's just the way. Xbox Series Z win? Someday. I think they'll probably do, like, the XS and stuff. I think they'll follow the Apple naming. And we'll get one. We'll probably get, like, a mid-gen refresh that's got, you know, a similar naming convention. Yes, the Xbox is quite smooth. You have 60 megabits? Yeah, that should be fine. For upload, that's actually quite good, all things considered. I mean, I don't think it's personally good, but, like, compared to everyone in society, it's actually pretty great. So did I get the Xbox One when it first came out? Oh, hi there, also person before that. Yeah, I had the Xbox One on launch day. I went out and bought it. Went to a midnight release with some friends, picked it up, and I came home and I talked with some friends online on Xbox that also were getting the Xbox One, and we all kind of chatted. It was fun. The Xbox One X, I had 3 weeks ahead of launch to review, and the Xbox Series X, I had 3 weeks ahead of launch to review, which was pretty cool. But you're gonna play Mass Effect Legendary Edition. You enjoy that, man. Oh, you got to download Remastered? It's like 70 gigs. It's a rough one. I think it's like 75 gigs on here. 60 to 30 on Wired? Yeah, you're pretty good. Stream one of the old GTAs? That's a little hard to do the older GTAs, because the language on those ones... I remember doing the video for San Andreas, and I was like, oh damn, this stuff cannot be said anymore. It's like, this is not good. I had to, like, bleep out words and stuff. So it'd be a little hard to film that stuff, because the rules for YouTube are a little bit weird, because technically what they say is considered like racial, if that makes sense, and there's like a 0 tolerance for it on YouTube monetization wise, so you can get in trouble for having that, because you have a rating system on YouTube for having certain things that you self-rate stuff, and doing the older GTAs would be, you know, not great. Which is also funny, because it's like, if I was to do a video of, like, Mafia 3 per se, which is historical and stuff, it's like, it's kind of a weird, sketchy line, if that makes sense, between that kind of thing. So it's a little hard to do older games like that. I almost did a Red Dead Online stream tonight, and I'm kind of glad I didn't, because the game is just so emotionally traumatizing for me. Because people just, like, annihilate you across the map. But occasionally I do a GTA 5 stream, like occasionally I do a Red Dead Online stream. I'm not huge on those titles, so I don't necessarily love playing them all the time, but occasionally we pop them out. Something a little bit different to play, right? God, these guns shoot so weird in this game. I'm not used to it. A little bit of realism. But anyways, since we did join a new match, you know, be sure to like the stream so more people can check it out. Questions, stuff, great. Donations, cool. Subscribing's awesome. And I hope you guys are having fun as we answer the Call of Duty in my favorite entry in the series. I quite love this one. Obviously COD 4, but, you know, when it's upgraded here. Extension for your Wi-Fi for your PS5. I use Wi-Fi on my PlayStation 5 because I don't really care too much. It's plenty fast from where I am. And extenders are really good and a lot more common for Wi-Fi nowadays. I guess boosters, extenders, they've got similar names, right? Oh, I got a grenade kill on that too. That was a little surprising. Oh crap, I didn't know if you would know there. My channel will age like fine wine. People will come watch my gameplays. That's the strategy. It might sound odd, and I don't know if people get that, but the reason I'm doing, you know, every single game I can running on Series X. It's not necessarily for those right away, but for like the next 8 years when people are looking up games as they get their console over the generation. You know, that's kind of the goal, is to be like, when you search for a Series X video, I have a video up for you. That's generally the goal, or what I aim to do. And you're kind of right for thinking that it's going to age like fine wine. I hope, right? That's generally the idea is, you know, as more people get access to it, more people look up how games are running, they can kind of embrace the channel and stuff, if that makes sense. Hi from Mexico. Oh, hello there. E3 predictions. Phil Swift rides on a stage with a unicorn and announces a new Conquer game. Man, I don't even know if I can handle a new Conquer game announcement. I don't know if they would do it. From what I heard, because I did an interview with a guy named Clayton. He's actually pretty high up at Xbox, but the reason I interviewed him was to kind of like celebrate a couple of years since Voodoo Vince came back. Voodoo Vince Remastered, which released I think a few years ago, or a couple of years ago. But anyway, so that's his game, is Voodoo Vince. And we were talking about, because he's not actually high up on Xbox now. He's helped out with a few games, kind of launching them and that. But we talked about how hard it is these days for Xbox to pitch a platformer. It's very hard for him to be like, hey, you want to do a new platformer game? Because Microsoft really isn't into platforming titles, I guess, or they don't see the value in platforming titles these days. So that's why, you know, things like, you know, Conquer, which is kind of, you know, isn't necessarily a platformer, but I think it kind of gets roped in with like Banjo-Kazooie and like Voodoo Vince and stuff, where it's a little bit harder for them to pitch platformers. And that's just what he told me, is that's just, you know, what it's like right now. It's a little bit hard to do that. He also said, because his game is technically first party, but it's also technically not first party, which is kind of fascinating. Because it's like an Xbox, you know, exclusive in that, and it's made... But it's kind of not made... It's in-house, but it's not in-house. It's such an interesting situation on there. Because I was like, why isn't this on Game Pass or something? And it's just like... You know, he said it would be a little bit trickier for them to do the licensing on, which is disappointing because Voodoo Vince. If you guys don't know what Voodoo Vince is, it's actually like a really good game. You can get the remastered version, which looks really nice on the consoles. It's kind of a bit of a charming title. And it was nice of him to do an interview. He also helped me because I got a copyright issue on my Voodoo Vince walkthrough when I did the video. And my walkthrough was actually very popular for Voodoo Vince and got a lot of views. But I was getting like a music copyright, so I was kind of emailing my PR person. I was like, "Is there anything you can do?" And she forwarded me to that guy, and he's like, "Well, I'll get Microsoft's lawyers on it or whatever." And so then the copyright thing was dropped pretty fast. So I had his contact, and I just was like, "Hey, you want to do an interview or something?" He's like, "If it's text based, I can do it. Otherwise, I'm busy." I'm like, "Sure." And yeah, very a bit of a long story, but it's just kind of like a neat element as to why you might not see certain games at the current time. And yeah, it just seems like apparently they're not too interested in platformers, so that helps. Violence is killing, but breasts are a big no-no. That's what I'm talking about, right? Like, again, from Canada, we're, you know, our movies are a little bit different. If it's got like nudity and stuff, you know, it's not rated R. We don't have an R rating. We have an 18A rating, but if it's like nudity, that gets rated as 14A, so 14-year-olds can watch it, whereas the same movie in the States would be rated R. So I think that's kind of interesting, just how the different cultures see things, because I don't think it's a big deal, but I found it so laughable today when I had to go in and like black out parts of the screen because, you know, I don't want to have any monetization issues. But yet it's like there's this guy and his eye, there's like a big cross stuck in it, and there's blood coming out, and I'm like guy is like literally the character Dante. He's like sewing this thing into his skin. And it's like, you know, super graphic, but like, you know, a little bit of anything sexuality-wise. And it's like, nope, not allowed. It seems really silly. I don't know. It's just a bit odd, at least my thoughts on it. Any upgrades on this game? I think it has auto HDR. I can't check that, though, because... when I do my 4K pass-through, the pass-through limits me to 4K 60, and it gets rid of HDR. Because HDR is really finicky, if you guys didn't know that, for like doing videos with it, or doing streaming with it. It kind of like, it's very hard to get, I don't know how to describe it. It's very hard to do. So the pass-through gets rid of HDR, so I can't check, but I believe this one has auto HDR in it, which actually is kind of nice. It does add a little bit to the style of the look. Most of the older COD games have HDR support, which is nice. Crap, I'm dying here. Gaming PC? Oh, nice. Sending support host here from Philippines. Oh, cool. Thanks for watching from the Philippines. I don't think we've had someone from there yet. I don't believe. I gotta get like a map going. I've had all kinds of different people from different countries chime in, which is always cool, you know, seeing different folks take a look at things. That's the fun thing about streaming and modern gaming, is you can connect with different people. Thanks for the hearts and stuff. That's great. FPS boosting Oblivion. So again, we don't know if Xbox can FPS boost older games. That might sound odd, but they've only done specifically Xbox One game. I'm trying to like hide away from the chopper if you're wondering. It seems like it's locked on me. It keeps like moving around. Oh, is it gone? Yeah, it's gone. Okay. Anyways, how? As soon as I get out of there, you know, somebody back. But anyways, we've only seen them FPS boost Xbox One games. We haven't actually seen them do anything else. Like 360, original Xbox, we haven't seen them do that. So I'm kind of wondering, like, can they do other games, other Xbox games? It might be just due to how Xbox One games are released that allows them to do FPS boosts. We don't know yet. I mean, we'll have to wait and see. It also seems like, you know, I did a poll on the channel where I think we had like 4,000 to 5,000 people voted of what FPS boosted type of game they'd like to see most, and they want more Xbox One games as opposed to 360 or original Xbox games. So that's an interesting just like metric that I am able to provide. How am I doing? Oh, -4. Gotta make this back, guys. We don't want to be the losing part of our team here. But yeah, so we don't actually know if they could FPS boost older titles. I mean, I would personally love, like, I've got a whole whack of like 360 games that I would love to see FPS boosted. But you know, we'll have to wait and see if they can do that. Gates of Oblivion. The Elder Scrolls Online is really good. We'll have a video when the optimization drops for the Elder Scrolls Online next week. I've got a talk with my Elder Scrolls gal where we've got a chat session set up so that we can do that and talk about it. Fortnite just dropped a new season. Yeah, season 7. I've been kind of monitoring that because I actually did debate about doing a Fortnite stream tonight because people keep asking, and it's been a couple months since I've done it. So I was like, maybe this would be a good time to, but then I saw that I wasn't sure if the season had dropped yet or if there's going to be a download involved with that. So maybe soon. I believe if I get the game to review, Chivalry 2, we'll probably do a Chivalry 2 stream tomorrow night, assuming I get that one review-wise tomorrow or not. If not, maybe Fortnite, or we'll do Fortnite in a couple days. We'll have to wait and see. Do I play my 360 still? No. It's so old. Yeah, it's just not a good experience. I do turn it on to do videos, like sometimes on the channel. You'll see I do comparison videos showing off how a game runs on the 360 versus how it runs on the Series X. I've done about 20 of these. You can go on the homepage for the channel, and I've got like a playlist where you can see all of the different comparison videos I've done. So sometimes I turn it on for that, and it's agonizing. But, you know, I just do it for the video comparisons. From the UK. Oh, cool. UK is fun. You know, obviously being Canadian and stuff, we have a very close connection to the UK, so it's always nice. Greetings from the moon. That'll be the day, right? When we get people from other planets watching streams. I don't think I'll ever live to that point, but at some point. Do I think COD will ever produce a World War I title? I don't believe so. Like, I don't think you can like monetize it as much. I've heard that Vanguard, which is going to be this year's Call of Duty, is like an alternate post World War II, so that's kind of interesting. Because I don't necessarily think that, well, I don't really believe, okay, there is sound playing. Like, I don't necessarily believe that Call of Duty would really fit into World War I that much, and I don't think they could do as much skins and stuff and monetization things as they'd like to with that genre, so I don't think it. Does this game find rooms easily? During the day, yes. At night, you know, there's like 5 different team deathmatch lobbies usually you can play in. So you can kind of find matches fine. Again, during the day, you're going to have better luck. At least the North American day, you're going to be able to find players a lot easily, or a lot more easily. And it's okay right now, like, it's good. This lobby's a little dead. I should have actually maybe joined another one, but I thought that loading in that there were more people here, so that was, I guess, my bad. Anyways, new match. Be sure to like the stream so more people can check it out. Questions and stuff are great. Donations are cool. And subscribing's awesome as well. And I just kind of shot out the pumpkins there for fun. Kind of entertaining. Okay. Sorry if I missed anything. Bugs you on Fallout. All the not safe for work mods are, yeah, locked away, right? But I think that's also so that people don't do videos where it's like, oh, look at what you can do in Fallout. Look at what my kid was doing on Fallout. You know, this Xbox is supposed to be a safe place and blah, 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 and, you know, stuff like that. I actually think it's hilarious that Xbox does actually a fair bit of censorship, which is why some games, like a title called Gun Gals, doesn't come to Xbox, is because Microsoft asks them to censor things, whereas that same game is perfectly fine for the Nintendo Switch. That just, like, blows my mind that Nintendo is more open about that kind of thing than Xbox would be, and I'm like, wow, that's absolute. Okay, sometimes the spawns in this game aren't fun for the fact that I died, respawned, and landed right where my Matrodome grenade was. We were kind of getting, like, pounded. That guy's 1 in 10. He's like a free kill thing for the other team. I'm not doing too well myself, but my god, man, 1 in 10? Bit rough. We're kind of getting spawn trapped. We've got a guy that's not playing and then looking against the wall. And our other teammates aren't really getting any ground. This is not a good situation. Not a good situation at all. Oh, they've got a helicopter. Lovely. Just lovely. Yes, everyone subscribe. It's always great. Now you gotta pump those numbers up. We'll get there to 100k at some point, I guess. I just want to get the plaque thing so it looks all nice in my room, and then be like, I got the plaque. And you get more opportunities when you get to higher sub counts, obviously too, right? Just opens up a lot of doors, which is awesome. But yeah, it still doesn't necessarily equate subscribers to views and stuff as well, which is kind of funny. If you guys didn't know, there's like a whole rollout system of how YouTube distributes videos, because it's like it'll only show it to 1 to 5% of your audience if you're lucky, and then it'll send it to more of your audience if the 1 to 5 of your audience that it gets sent to likes it or not, or engages with it, which is a really fascinating metric, to be honest, for distribution. Initially when a video is sent out, I always find kind of interesting. You know, I gotta study these metrics and stuff too, right? That's a lot of how things go. I don't get lucky and get views and stuff. How have I ever tried Everclear that's 100% proof alcohol? No, I've never tried that. The people always joke about it though, which is funny, but I've never personally tried it. Wow, we are getting... Okay, there's 2 of us. I'm gonna find a new lobby. Don't want to die this much. Yeah, they definitely do a lot of cooperation stuff just to make sure they don't have issues. And where is Worldcraft? I usually do like 1 Worldcraft video a year, but it gets like less and less views every year, so I kind of am tapering out. I don't think I'll do it next year, but there was a video for Worldcraft this year that released. You can go find on the channel. Woo! I know, exciting, right? And I think I'm caught up on there. Morning indeed, folks. Morning indeed. Can't even find a Red Dead Online lobby. I kind of, I don't know. I just find them usually when I go and play. Sometimes it takes a little bit, but I never really had a huge issue with it. This is a new lobby, and... So why did it load all of us onto the other team if there's 3 of them on their team? Oh jeez, sometimes COD works in mysterious and not good ways. Oh, See, in this one, it had a bad... If you get shot, your character's gun, like, flies off into the distance aim-wise. These guns are so finicky. Ugh. Yeah. I hope the other team gets some more players soon. That's why I'm kind of worried about sometimes doing these streams in the middle of the week. Is it going to be like... Is there going to be enough players to keep going? But I mean, there's a few lobby options. So there's got to be a decent amount of population on this one. I'm just surprised there's people like level 1 and stuff like playing this for the first time. Especially at this time. On MCC, Halo is like super popular for finding matches. What are you talking about? I can play like 5 o'clock in the morning and find a match in 30 seconds. And I search like very specific things in Halo. Like I play objectives only. Like Flag and King of the Hill. I don't even turn on like Slayer or like the fun playlist of the week, the Hopper. I don't even turn that on and I still find matches super fast. If you are like from Australia or something, you might have issues. I guess it varies on your country, but no, I find Halo matches like insanely quickly. Where's this other guy at? He was right here a second ago. Trying to set up your Claymore defense. I don't think so. You knew I was up here with great accuracy. Did I see the Sunset Overdrive teaser? Yeah, I actually tweeted about it today and talked about it. It's pretty cool. For context, they were doing the Izzy account, which is like the mascot for Sunset Overdrive, was tweeting about Ratchet, or kind of like portals and stuff, tweeting again. Insomniac was tweeting about Sunset Overdrive. The Sunset Overdrive social media was tweeting. So, but I think it's just going to be an Easter egg that's as part of the new Ratchet and Clank game, as opposed to being a new Sunset Overdrive, because Xbox owns the publishing rights to the first game in perpetuity. They own the rights to it forever, or whatever, anyways. They own the rights to the first game, publishing-wise. And, yeah. So, I mean, PlayStation could do... They could include Sunset Overdrive in things. They could do a sequel. They could do a prequel. They could, you know, do all kinds of things, but they can't use the first game, which kind of, to me, seems like they're probably not going to touch the franchise, if that makes sense. Unless they do some sort of deal with Xbox to buy it out. But, yeah, I don't think the franchise is specifically coming back at any point. It would be cool if it was, though. Sunset Overdrive's, like, you know, one of my favorite titles, so it would be great if PlayStation, you know, actually re-released the first one with a remaster and then did a sequel and gave that franchise the respect that it deserved, because Xbox certainly didn't. Which was such a shame. Like, just imagine how different things would have been if they actually, like, greenlit a sequel to Sunset Overdrive. And, like, Insomniac probably wouldn't have gotten picked up by PlayStation. Like, they might have even become an Xbox studio or something, which would have been nuts. Because Insomniac, I think, is probably one of the best PlayStation developers right now. They are pumping out games. You know, they did the Spider-Man, then Miles Morales, and they're working on Spider-Man 2, and they're working on Ratchet and Clank, and apparently they're working on a few other games at the same time, and it's like, these guys are crazy efficient. Super efficient. They are a powerhouse, and I think they only have like 300 employees or something, too. Well-oiled machine. That's for sure. Ow. I hide in this hut. I saw a guy down there. Oh, he's over there now. Got a bad feeling about this. I feel like they're on the outside of the house. There's a guy with a sniper right down there. I should have went and just shot him. Come here, sniper. Come hither. Prepare to die. Oh, he went up behind us? Oh, he's got a deagle? Really? That was pretty fast shooting. The deagle is powerful, though. Yeah. Is Saints Row the 3rd Remastered good? Yeah, I do actually highly suggest that one. It's a lot of fun. It's also just recently optimized for Series X, so it runs at like with higher textures, 60 FPS. Great game, a lot of fun. You know, it's kind of like a really silly Grand Theft Auto if you've never played Saints Row game. Definitely a little quirky and enjoyable for sure. Down you go, my sniper friend. Bad guy down at the bottom of the steps. Go get him, man. Enjoy the turret. That was a good grenade. Didn't kill me, but... Are you not watching the steps, man? We are gonna get, like... Totally shot up. Oh, we lost anyway. 75 to 35. Fortnite is used for marketing. Their crossovers are genius. They have a better crossover history than even Smash does now. It is impressive as hell. And I've been saying for a while that, you know, Warzone needs to get on that. And they're kind of doing it, but... There's so much money to be made. And promotional things as well, right? Have I a PS5? Yes, I have a PS5. Huzzah! The DualSense! Anyways, there's also a few videos of it up on the channel. You can go see my riveting PS5 gameplay. You just don't see a whole lot of it on the channel because I don't own a ton of games for the platform. It's a little bit harder for me to do, you know, videos and stuff because I just don't have as many games. Arctic Wolf exclusive Shamrock. I guess we could get that purchase with, yeah. Such a shame. Really good game. Xbox should have pushed it more. They definitely should have. I was very disappointed that the treatment it got because I really thought that game was wonderful. I got to review that one ahead of launch. It was really cool. I got like the energy drink too. I went to the midnight release of it at the Microsoft store here. It was a lot of fun. I love Sunset. It's such a good game. The zombies Easter egg, like in Black Ops Cold War. That's interesting. How soon do you think we'll get an open beta for Battlefield? I've heard that there's probably going to be like some sort of beta event over the summer, so probably soonish, I guess. Will I be watching the Battlefield reveal? Probably. Would be cool if they added this map to Modern Warfare 2019. Yeah, I mean, I don't think they're adding new maps to that game, but it would be cool. I think they're working on the sequel at this point, Infinity Ward. I would be expecting them to right now. Overdrive. That game could definitely do with an FPS boost. That would be really cool. Sorry, I missed that one. Xbox comes in with some... Yeah, well, I wouldn't get your hopes up about an Oblivion remake or a Fallout New Vegas 2. I don't think those are happening anytime soon, if they will ever happen. But they're probably going to have some big titles. They'll have some surprises. Like I said, I think we'll see Avalanche's games Project Typhoon. I think we'll see Forza Horizon 5. You know, I do have a whole video where I kind of go over my rumors and stuff. You know, you can go and watch that if you want. I talk with some friends about it. I also have like an overall E3 rumors kind of video that I talk about everything, and I really go quite in depth with thoughts and stuff on that. But as usual, new match. Be sure to like the stream if you haven't, so more people can check it out. Questions and stuff are great. Donations are cool, and subscribing's awesome as well. And like I said, we do usually stream, you know, almost, well, nightly now, so there's always something fun and surprising. You never know what you're gonna get, which is kind of fun. But I think Halo Infinite will have a beta like Halo 5. I don't believe so. A lot of people keep saying it will, but I don't foresee that. I think they're really just working extremely hard on getting the game fully ready for launch to be the best it can be at launch. So I don't think they're going to take the time to do a beta, because that takes a lot of resources away from, you know, the company in that. So I don't foresee a Halo Infinite beta. It would be cool if they did, but again, I really don't see them doing that. I don't really see the necessity for it either. Halo's going to be big anyways. It's going to be free to play, and they can beta test live, because they can just keep changing things on the fly and updating a lot, which it will be. I think Halo Infinite's going to be a big hit, though. No matter how quality it is, it's going to be just massive, because the free-to-play multiplayer and being on PC and stuff and on the cloud and that is going to draw in an audience like never before for Halo. Yeah. What do I think of the Deadpool game? I really like that one. It's a lot of fun. I wish it didn't have bad stutters. Apparently you can play it offline. It doesn't have the stutters because it has to be internet connected, which is a problem. To play regularly, which is weird because it's a single player game. It shouldn't need an online connection, but how they did it was bad, obviously. But yeah, no, the Deadpool game is actually really cool if you can get your hands on it. Quite a lot of fun. I did a video on that one a bit ago. And how would Activision Spider-Man games compare to Insomniac Spider-Man's? Very different games. The Activision ones were always a bit rushed, smaller development cycles. I mean, they did the best they could at the time. I personally actually quite enjoyed the Beanox ones. I actually think are some of the best Spider-Man games they've ever done. If you ever play Shattered Dimensions or Edge of Time, I think there's another one too that they did that I thought was really good. But they actually made some really great Spider-Man games, and some of them were rushed, but still decent. The Amazing Spider-Man games, those were okay story-wise and that, but you know, very rushed because they were trying to tie them into the movies, and Beanox got less and less time, and then eventually they didn't get the license from Activision, or from, what is the license? Sony, no, not Sony. Marvel owns the licensing for Spider-Man games. Yeah, Sony only owns the movie rights and stuff, but yeah, it just kind of, like, Activision lost a lot of IP that they used to license out over the last few years or so. You know, the Transformers, the Bond, they lost Spider-Man, the Marvel license, numerous other ones. I think they even lost the Tony Hawk one for a bit until they re-renewed it and that. Oh, hi there, welcome. You're new from the Netherlands? That's cool. Got some Netherlands folks here. I think I'm caught up on that stuff. So if Nintendo gets Game Pass, they get to play Halo 2. Yep. That would be applied, or, well, implied. They'd get access to all of the first-party games. That's the thing. That's why Phil Spencer, when he was asked about, you know, if Bethesda games will end up on, you know, other platforms, and he said any platform that has Game Pass can have the first-party games. So, you know, if Nintendo was to get Game Pass on their Nintendo Switch Pro, assuming that's a thing that's coming out, it keeps getting rumored in that pretty heavily. I think it actually is a thing. I think it'll get announced in the fall, and I think it will have Game Pass support. You'll be able to play everything on there, like Starfield and, you know, Halo, and it'll be very interesting to do videos for it, because it should technically run quality-wise the same as the Series X. I know that sounds really wild and weird, but so for for the xCloud, which is now called Xbox Cloud Streaming, I say xCloud because I don't know if people always, you know, specifically know of the new terminology for it. It's no longer xCloud. It's Xbox Game Streaming. So the blades right now run off of the One S, but they're slowly moving the blades to Series X blades. So then, you know, when you do your cloud streaming, it's all going to be running off of like Series X stuff. So technically the Switch could be cloud powered at the same quality that the Series X is, which is kind of amazing, right? So it would be the same experience, aside from the controller, of going from, you know, playing Halo on your Xbox and then going on the go with your Switch or whatever, or your phone, which I think is like kind of nuts to think about, but also just where the direction of it is headed, which is kind of exciting to be, because it's going to be like less that it's more a platform and it's more of an ecosystem. That's where they're headed with gaming. That's where gaming will be eventually someday. But I think Xbox will add background music in the dashboard of the Series X. It already has background music. I'm pretty sure you can pipe through music on there. I believe they added that a few years ago, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know how well it works, but I'm pretty sure you can already pipe in your own music and stuff. You'd have to look into it. I don't ever do that. I don't really get why you would, because I mean, I have like a computer and stuff, or I have a phone. I'll just play music off of that, then pipe it through my Xbox, because then it makes the sound all weird. Well, it doesn't make it weird, but it like, the balancing of it is a bit weird, and it's hard to balance that stuff properly. Yeah. Hope that COD 3 makes it to Game Pass. Ah, that would be really fun. I always try to play multiplayer in there, and I can never connect to matches. It breaks my heart. I love COD 3 so much. It's such a gem of a game. I don't think people will ever appreciate that one like they should, but Call of Duty 3 is such a wonderful title. It's got like vehicles, and it's a very different playing game too. It doesn't play like any of the modern Call of Duties at all. It is a truly remarkable and exciting experience. Just like Shadowrun that I want to do a stream of someday, but I feel like people would not check out Shadowrun, which is sad because that game is such a gem. I hope they add that to Game Pass or something. It'd be cool if they could remake the game too as a free-to-play. That would be awesome. New subscriber, cool, nice. That's great to hear. Where do you think Sony makes most of their money from? I believe most of their money is actually made from PlayStation. That's their big branch. Oh, that was a close match. PlayStation is one of their biggest revenue things. Cool indeed, thanks, yeah. I hope that's kind of interesting. If Ratchet & Clank will run at 4K 60, I believe it will, and I think there's also a ray tracing option too. Insomniac's really good at game development and really good at pumping stuff out, at, like, you know, really using the hardware well, so probably. Yeah. Microsoft acquisition of Nintendo. That would be very expensive, and Nintendo's already said no before. Like, Microsoft has tried that with the original Xbox. They tried to buy Nintendo, and yeah, Nintendo didn't go for it. Which would have, like, could you imagine if they would have back then, how different gaming would have been now? Just wild to think about. Definitely would have been crazy to have, you know, Mario on Xbox and that. But it didn't happen. Could have been playing The Legend of Zelda at 4K 60 FPS and having a beautiful, super high resolution textured world, but nope. Nope. Have I played Sekiro Shadows Die Twice? Yes, I did a video on that. Not a huge fan of the game, but it runs smooth on the Series X, which is nice. When I played it on the One X, there was a lot of like performance issues, and it made me like, it was kind of vomit-inducing for me, so I really did not like that, because I don't like Dark Souls-esque games, but the extra like motion sickness caused by the weird frame drops, and normally I don't even have an issue with it, but that game was just like, it was rough. But I did a video on it on Series X, which is up on the channel. I know, so many games covered, so many, and more coming too, more coming all the time. Bum 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 bum. Let's dive into next-gen gaming. I do wonder if I should start moving stuff off of my one hard drive. I was wondering if it's dying or not. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. Anyways, new match. Be sure to like the stream so more people can check it out. Questions, stuff great. Donations cool. And subscribing is fun as well, I've heard. And let's have a great match out here and fight and, I don't know, kill some folks or something. You know how it is. Answering the call of duty. Probably going to be doing so for the next 50 years or so as well. That'll be exciting. It'd be very hard to do a top 10 list when you have that many Call of Duty games. They usually release a few a year nowadays. And this Last Stand stuff is driving me nuts. Yeah. You're addicted to the Outer Worlds. I love that game. People always act like it's nothing special, but the Outer Worlds was great. It's a wacky, silly, fun, colorful universe that you just get to do, like, whatever you want in. It's Fallout in space, done really wonderfully. And I like how it's smaller in scale. Like, you can sit there and you can play for quite a while if you want. But the fact that it doesn't take forever to play allows me to sit there and actually do like multiple runs of it, which I think is great. Some games are a little too bloated these days, but that one was like great length, not insanely long, and I could be like, okay, let's go back and do it again with a different character and do different choices and that. And actually, I really did like the Outer Worlds. So I'm quite excited to see what they're going to do with the sequel, because that's apparently something that Obsidian's working on, because they're working on like 5 or 6 different games at the moment. I can't wait to see what they do with it, actually having like a proper Microsoft backing budget. They'll probably go bigger with it, but But I hope they keep the same like style and the fun of it, because I think that'll be quite enjoyable. I mean, anywhere they can just keep going up with it, I guess. It could become like a huge mega franchise, at least I think so. I felt it was up there like Fallout caliber wise, but yeah. 40 megabytes on your PS5. Yeah, that should be more than fine. But you gotta check out what your upload and stuff is too, right? It's not just download speeds, is what I'm trying to say on that one. $1 trillion company. Well, they could have, but it doesn't mean that the company would want to sell, if that makes sense. Like, that was the thing, is they tried to buy Nintendo. They offered them, you know, like billions, and Nintendo said no, which, you know, I think they're a private company. They're able to say that. And that was history, right? I mean, they probably could have kept offering more and more, and I'm sure there's a certain point where the Nintendo people would be like, yeah, that's good enough. But I mean, this was like the early 2000s, and Nintendo was still like quite a powerhouse, right? I mean, they're powerhouse again, but they've dipped and they've gone up and down over the years, right? With like the Wii U, the GameCube being like weaker selling platforms for them. But, you know, the Switch really did well for them, the Wii did really well for them, so they've definitely had a good amount there. Ah, god damn it. Reminded you of Halo because of the alien theme. I guess I could kind of see that, but... And the coolest thing of Xbox having all these studios is I'm hoping we're going to see some more, like, crossover stuff. Like Sea of Thieves, you know, they got, like, flags... like Gears of War, and Gears of War's got like Sea of Thieves flags, and State of Decay, and you know, I'm hoping for more fun crossover things, especially with like shooter games. I want like a shooter all-stars or something, or like an old school shooters game that has like maps from Halo, maps from like Quake, maps from Doom and Wolfenstein, and make it like a multiplayer game would be so cool. You know, try to have a balance and a style that's shared between them. I think that would be a lot of fun. Or, you know, I don't see why we couldn't have, like, Doom guy armor in Halo. That might be fun. You know, stuff like that. I'm so excited now that they have, like, such a stable IPs that they can start having fun like that. I think it's really cool. Bad guy coming this way. Haha, get cut off. I saw it coming. It's a weird spot for that guy to hide. Yeah, he got me through the wall. Am I excited for the new Battlefield? Yeah, I'm pretty eager to see what it's all about. I mean, I'm perhaps not as excited as all the people that every single stream asks me if I'm excited about the new Battlefield. But, you know, it's something I'm quite intrigued about. I liked what I saw from the early leaked alpha pictures. I think there's a lot of potential with, you know, what they're doing with it, and I hope it turns out well. We'll probably be doing streams and have a review of it in the fall and that too. Why do they gotta be the holdout hostage on Mario? Just imagine that though. You know, you can have a Mario game running at 4K 120 FPS on Xbox. Whew. And you know Xbox wouldn't have held out on you for all those remasters. You'd probably have like the super duper Mario collection with like all the Mario games in one package for like 40 bucks instead of having to buy, you know, one of them for however much each. Or, you know, all the Zelda games would probably be properly remastered and running at 4K 60 or something. And, you know, you could buy like a Zelda bundle that had all the Zeldas in it. And yeah, they would have, you know, kind of kept those things going a lot more affordably than that. And they would have been on Game Pass too. Well, if assuming Game Pass would have become a thing. You gotta think of how history might have changed if certain things happen. Smaller scale of the Outer Worlds. Yeah, I kind of hope to see that. Like, I hope they keep the little more intimate details of it, but also build it out more. I think that could be a lot of cool. One thing I really thought that they could go a little bit further with was maybe, like, the romance options. It also bothers me in, like, Fallout and stuff, too, is they don't, like... I think it's an underdeveloped part of gaming, is like your romance options, because it's usually like lazy stuff. I actually really liked in the game Judgment, which is like a Yakuza spinoff, that you go on like several hour like dates with people, and it's like, you know, you feel like you're actually kind of getting to know them. It's not as intense as like some other stuff, but you get the point of what I'm saying, where it's kind of like they could go maybe in that direction. Just story-wise, I think it would connect you more with what's going on too. What's up? Just playing, answering the Call of Duty, you know, guys. And I think I'm kind of caught up on things. Is my Series X a POC sound coming from your Xbox? I don't really hear a POC sound. I don't know what that is specifically. Seems you have lots of questions. Noise is random. When you're loading stuff, that might be your hard drive loading, maybe. I don't specifically know though, because I don't know what the sound actually sounds like, but I mean, usually they make sounds. It just literally might be your hard drive. It could be if you're using a disk, it could be the disk spinning. I'm not really necessarily too sure in that regard. I hope you guys are having fun with the Call of Duty here. A disk drive or something didn't happen on your first Series X. Oh yeah, you've been through a couple, haven't you? That's always interesting. Battle these guys out here. I think we're pretty close to the end of the match. Yeah, I don't like that these guys all use Last Stand. It kind of drives me a little bit crazy, that's for sure. Ah, crap, he wasn't on my radar. I rely a little bit too much on the radar in this one. I gotta say that. Definitely a bit of my downfall. How am I doing on one? Close. There's a few guys hiding right here. Did he run into that building right to our side? He got our teammate this way. Oh, come on. What? Unbelievable. The close game, like at least all the matches have been really close tonight. You know, it kind of keeps things steady and even out between them. But, you know, in general, I think I'm mostly quite excited for the Xbox E3 event this week. You know, it's coming up pretty fast. I believe I might be getting something interesting to kind of tie into... Oh, we lost. To tie into the event. You might see photos of it tomorrow. I heard rumblings that some of my other fellow Canadian friends got something today, so I tried not to look at their page since I don't want to be spoiled, but there might be something I get to tease tomorrow. I'm not too sure. We'll have to wait and see on that one, but you know, keep your eyes open on the channel. Maybe we'll do like a photo or something. Depends on what it is. Last year for their Xbox event, I got the Xbox Adidas shoe. Like it's a special shoe I have, which is kind of cool. Pretty dope. There's a video of that up on the channel. See it in action. Kind of a fun little thing. Yeah, I've played 2 days of this, and I'm positive. Wow. Wow. That's pretty good. Back here, Series X to get a broken one. Oh, tisk tisk tisk. Good morning from England. Oh, we have someone else from the UK there. You're a little bit behind today, Zola. It's always nice to hear from England, though. Canada's still doing fine. Mostly. There's been some unsettling stuff recently, but I don't want to talk about it. But yeah. Is level 309. That's nuts. I wonder how the leveling even works at that. You know what I mean? Like when you get to like 300 and something, like how many days? I don't want a gamer tag. Is there not like a player stats option? No, like I can't see, you know, their overall kills and that. I think we'll find a different lobby that might be a little bit more full here. ETS? I don't really... Is that like the singers or something? I don't really keep up with that stuff, to be honest. Modern Warfare. Remastered. Anyways, new match. Be sure to like the stream if you haven't, so more people can check it out. Questions, stuff, great. Donations, cool. And subscribing, I've heard, is a pretty fun thing as well. And jump in there. And of course, you know, usually we stream basically nightly these days. Well, there's always something random and fun that you can check out, which is kind of riveting or something like that. I think tomorrow we're doing Chivalry. I believe so. We might do the Fortnite though, because kind of throw that into the mix. I don't know how people feel about that game, but I like to cover new updates occasionally for things. See, I don't really love joining into a match in progress when they've got an enemy helicopter. I always say it's a life wasted if you don't throw out your grenades. Have we not killed that helicopter yet? Guess the last bullet got him. the last shot of the thing. Oh, that's funny. It's like 3 grenades dropping for that guy. Yeah, the action's kind of manic here. Is that even a word? It's not a word. I do miss when this had other objectives that you could play, though, if that makes sense. There's just not enough players, so all you can do is really team deathmatch these days. Or there's also hardcore team deathmatch, I guess, if you really wanted to mix it up a bit. But, yeah, I used to play, like, Headquarters back in the day with my friends and stuff. That was kind of like the game mode you would play. But I think this one had, like, at least domination, you know, something like that would mix it up well, but I don't see that there's any, like, real lobbies for it, sadly. What am I expecting from the Xbox event? Oh, jeez, not to get noob-tubed right off the spawn. I don't know, like I said, I did a whole E3 video where I talked with some people about, like, you know, the rumors and what I kind of expect out of the event. But probably an update on Halo to be safe. I'm expecting the full reveal for Starfield. I actually do have a good feeling it'll come out this year. Who knows, right? But we'll have to wait and see. The Omen game, which is apparently from Arcane, which is going to be like vampires. That'll be exclusive, I believe. Probably some updates on other stuff, and, you know, maybe some FPS boosted games, some new backwards compatible, something to do with the 20th anniversary. There's quite a few options. I think some games are a little bit further out, so we're not going to get updates on them, but, you know, there'll be a fair amount of things. I am still looking at seeing if I get to do a co-stream of the Xbox event, so stay tuned if I get to announce that. Like I said earlier, I did actually see someone that got accepted to do a co-stream for the event, so I'm hoping that I also get the opportunity to, because I did ask about it, and they said they forwarded it to the bigger people. You know, the big heads out there, so we're still waiting to hear back whether or not I get to. We'll have an event of it set up ahead of time, if I am. No matter the case, though, I'm going to have, like, a post-show. We're going to talk with someone about the events, and but if I do get to do, like, you know, a co-stream of it, I'll probably do, like, even a pre-show, and we'll talk about it beforehand and that. Pretty exciting. And it's good that you guys are chatting each other as well in there, so that's good to hear. Or, well, read, I guess you could say, because I'm not really hearing people chat, has to say. But let's get into this match. Looks like Crossfire's up. I think I'm going to work on, yeah, my sniper class. Kind of rush started it. Oh, that's kind of really ugly. So. Ah, I didn't get to set it up fast enough. Damn it. You know, sometimes you want to get things going and you just don't get into it quick enough. But yeah, it's always fun to be playing this game. It would have been so cool. I always think back of if I could have streamed throughout the years, because obviously streaming wasn't really a thing, you know, in 2007 or whatever. It's wild how big it's become, though. It's like the default thing for a lot of people nowadays is seeing streams and everything. But back then, it's like, yeah. It just would have been cool to have some moments on, like, film and stuff from back then. Because I wasn't even really doing YouTube that seriously. Should have been, but, you know, is what it is. I know it's pretty soon after the last one, but the drill of joining new matches... Oh, crap, that was way too early to start cooking a grenade. I'm just going to kill myself. Be sure to like the stream if you haven't, and we get more people checking it out. And questions in that are great, gives you something to go over. Nation's always fun, and subscribing is pretty awesome as we work towards 100k someday, and we get to that point. Sooner than later would be nice. Only 3 of them? Oh, god damn it. Like, you almost need to join a new lobby in order to get more players to play with. Everybody seems to bail at the end of matches. There's only like 3 or 4 lobbies, so I don't know where these guys are going. No. Oh, I got smoked by that Claymore. They put multiplayer? What about multiplayer? Is the Series X worth it to buy? Yeah, it's a great console. Everything runs really well on it. I have a review of the console if you need like full details, but you know, you can see different videos, seeing how different games run on it, and you know, they've just done a really wonderful job with the platform. I'm very happy with the console. You know, we did a poll on the channel too, very high satisfaction for the console as well. We had like 5,000 voters on it. See, I love that we get like good sample sizes doing polls on the YouTube now. Over 5,000 votes, very high satisfaction rate for a high rating on it. Well, you don't have to take my word for it. Which is great. Interesting. Cut open some of these watermelons. Yeah. I think you get the most out of next gen too if you do have a 120 hertz display as well. Makes a big difference on the quality of that. And your fluidity. Yeah, it's 4 on 4. I'm just not seeing these guys. Oh wow, this is a feisty looking M4 gun. Yeah, the M4's got like no recoil. Oh, I got stabbed in the back. Sucks to suck. I don't know if there's somebody over there or not. I always feel like I gotta throw my grenades, otherwise it's like wasting them. Die without throwing them. My favorite Xbox games? Halo 3 is my favorite game of all time there. You'd have to be more specific. I play like a lot of games. You'd have to break it down by like asking about genres or something. So many titles. Yeah, we do a lot of stuff on here. And streaming wise, variety of games as well are streamed. Crap, I knew I should move faster. Yeah, the little thing just tagged me. Oh, that was a good grenade over the wall. Ah, give me a break. It's one of those things where it's like they can see over the ledge fine, but where I'm at, like the line of sight doesn't allow me to. It's always been a little touchy part of Call of Duty, that's for sure. Got that guy in the back. Maybe we keep streaming this game over time, you know, assuming players are eventually there. Maybe I'll keep my prestige going on. My main goal, though, right now is hopefully to get enough streams where we're doing Battlefront 2, where I hit level 50 in that game for that achievement. I would definitely enjoy that. That guy didn't have a grenade. Oop, okay, we're good. Oh, if they got mattered all or not. Ah, he smoked me there. Good. Sucks. We got 4v4, so that's nice. I wish we had a fuller lobby, if you get what I mean. But there's like 5 or so different matches that are kind of going. So your options for running into people are like a little bit more limited nowadays, especially at night. I mean, the fact that it has full lobbies, I think, is kind of cool anyways, you know. Will I be streaming Fortnite tomorrow? Possibly. I know there's a new season out, so maybe on that. It depends if I get Chivalry or not, because Chivalry is releasing tomorrow. But I'd have more fun doing a stream of that, but we'll probably do Fortnite the next couple days, because, you know, it's getting update and stuff, or it's the new season's out, so it'll be fun. And we'll be rocking the Master Chief. It's awesome. I've got Kratos too, so maybe him as well. But yeah, we'll probably do a Fortnite stream in the near future as well. Hopefully people get hyped up about it, because I don't think it was super popular last time, but we'll see how things go. Like I said, I enjoy doing just a variety of different titles. It keeps it fresh, mixes things up for me, and hopefully people don't get bored. Like, I find it weird that some streamers, they just do one game. But I mean, if you're really getting popular stuff on one game, you might, you know, try to be milking that. I'm sure during the fall season, when we get some of the big shooters releasing, I'll probably be doing multiple nights of some of the titles. Because those ones will be quite popular, I'm assuming. You know, like Battlefield, Call of Duty, Halo Infinite, and some others as well, right? And some early stuff too. Usually get access to some early things and get to stream them, which are kind of fun. Ah, he's killing me. I went on way too hard of an incline days back. I think I've re-injured it to a degree. I try to elevate and rest it and ice it. I don't know. Oh, and did you guys see they got the first picture up there of Michael Keaton as Batman again in the new Flash movie? So Michael Keaton's, you know, Tim Burton Batman from like the 90s, I guess you would say, is coming back in the new Flash movie because Flash is going into like a flashpoint or whatever. So they got the first picture of him sitting there in a chair. He's like a little bit scruffy and he's got like the yellow Batman logo on his chest. And I was like, oh my god, this is insane. I'm quite excited for the well, basically the first trailer and then that actual movie, because I don't think I was really too excited about a Flash movie at this point, but the fact that Michael Keaton's Batman, nuts. And just wait till we get the first trailer for Spider-Man. And I almost want them to spoil it, but I almost don't want them to spoil it. And seeing like Tobey Maguire coming back as Spider-Man, because I'm just gonna be like, what? Lose my goddamn mind. It's gonna be wild. I hope they were able to pull it off. Back here. Nice to see that guy leveling up. It's all the way over there. I like my little cupcake emblem. It's kind of fun. No, nothing there. Will I be doing a Battlefield 6 trailer reaction? I don't believe so. I'm definitely not set up for it. I don't really have a great contact there to be co-streaming it or anything. So I don't believe I'll be doing any reaction to Battlefield 6. We'll probably talk about it though. You know, I imagine that it'll come up. I don't know if I'll do a video chat about it. I guess it'll really be how in depth of a reveal that they do. But I'm not set up for any co-streaming or anything like that of that. I didn't really get any requests either. Yours was the first asking anything about that. But I don't know, I might try to chat with a friend and maybe we'll do like a reactionary talk about it or something. Yeah, I'm really not set up for that even. I don't even know when it is, to be honest. I don't even know what time they're going to be showing it. Should probably look into that and see if I'm even going to be up for it or not. Might be up too late working on stuff to get prepared for tomorrow's videos and stuff, but there will be at least a poll though up on the YouTube at the usual time, talking or asking what your thoughts were about it. So that at least will be a thing. And then during the stream of whatever we're doing, you can of course ask questions about it as well. We'll live to see Battlefield 6. Yeah, definitely live to see that. I hope. You know, unless I die at any time in the next 5 years, it just comes up, sneaks up on you, and you're done. Out of nowhere. Which is hilarious. This guy just wishing death on me. Within 5 years. Huzzah. Negative again? God damn it. I know it's like -1, but like, come on. Killing me. Oh, Shipment. Let's do it. Get me going on Shipment. Just checking the YouTube channel, see how the ads and stuff are going. Oh yeah, a bit of a jump up when we start streaming always. It's fun. Volume a bit. I wish I was, you know, they should have lowered the unlocking for stuff considering this game is so old now. Wonder if I actually can good, like uniform wise. I don't even really care about the uniform. Kind of am happy with my gun skin. Where's the weapon? No. Off. Where's the is it the depot where you can kind of change your gun skins or unlock more? Just trying to see where exactly that is. So this one you gotta have enough points to get a common supply. Ooh. I'd rather save up for the 31. So is it like here you can see all the different camos? Oh, there we go. I wonder if I should get like a fancy one or something. Oh, never mind. We're jumping in here. Oh, what if? Time for some Shipment on Deathmatch. Or some Deathmatch on Shipment? That makes sense, doesn't it? Huh. Can't tell if the hard drive's struggling. Just debating on if I need to swap out the drive or not at some point. Hard to deal with. Anyways, new match. You know, usual thing. Be sure to like the stream, and then we can have more people checking it out. Questions and stuff are great. Donations are awesome, and subscribing's fun as well. Time for some Shipment! Feels like I'm playing World War II, am I right? I think like my all-time best on this one is I had like 140 kills. Which was kind of nuts. I mean, obviously we're not going to be able to do that without like a full lobby, and I'm definitely not in my prime, but very proud that day. I was competing with my clan or whatever to who's there. Helicopter would go up next, which was funny. Oh, what? I thought I killed him. No? It's just like a UAV XP boost? Oh, come on. I love Shipment action on this one. It just feels the most right. Yeah, I think I don't know if we're due for actually a World War II stream for a while. I really like playing that Call of Duty. I'm gonna throw it into rotation whenever I can. Definitely excitable. Do I think more games will receive quick resume support? I think it's a feature they're always working on. And I think where it makes sense, they're gonna apply it and use it. I believe it was just on by default, and you know, quick resume is sort of also still hit or miss on things, but it's definitely something that they are going to be fine-tuning. And while something might not support quick resume right now, maybe down the road it will, or maybe there's something of how that game is like built or designed that quick resume is good for it. So you're gonna have to really wait and see, I guess, right? That's the biggest thing is, you know, they're working on a lot of really cutting edge new features, you know, the quick resume, FPS boosting, and even the backwards compatibility is kind of magical. But you just gotta kind of wait and you know, give them time to work on this stuff and improve things and do different things with it. And I'm sure you're gonna see, you know, interesting results over time. Especially like quick resume, again, is one where it's kind of like it's really cool. Doesn't always work, but I'm sure they're always working on that. Commands. What about commands? It's got a Series X. What survival game do I suggest? Like one that really takes advantage of the Series X, or are you just like looking for a general survival game on Series X? Like Ark, I think is probably the best looking one. Oh well, maybe if you've never played Grounded, that one's really great. That one's on Game Pass. Well, Ark is on Game Pass too. But there's this game called Grounded where it's like a Honey, I Shrunk the Kids type of game with co-op, and you're in a backyard trying to survive as like a little shrunken individual, and you're, you know, having to gather resources and stuff. You know, typical survival. If you like DayZ, you know, that one runs really much better on the Series X than it does on other platform stuff. So that's kind of great. I'm trying to think of like other ones. I did a top 10 survival games like a week or two ago. So you might actually find that video to be helpful. All of them run on Xbox, all of the survival video or games on there. And all the footage is from Series X too, so you can see what they're all kind of looking like. But that would actually be your best bet for that one. Yeah. Quiet Place 2 is The Last of Us with clickers but aliens. That's funny. Yeah, I haven't really, well, I mean, I've watched most of the first one. I didn't really ever sit down and watch the first Quiet Place. Found some of it a bit silly, but yeah, I think with theaters opening, I'm kind of debating. I'd rather watch The Conjuring is more my kind of thing. I didn't even know The Conjuring 3 was coming out. I would have asked if they were doing screeners for it, Warner Brothers wise. Yeah, I'm more into like The Conjuring when I would be in Quiet Place, which I'm kind of debating. Like, movie theaters open on the 10th, so I'm like, what am I want to watch? So I'm kind of like taking a look. I was hoping they'd maybe do some classic movies, but yeah. Xbox update about a month ago that made quick resume 5 seconds faster. Whoa, that's pretty awesome. Why don't they just shoot the aliens? They just seem fast. Well, it had to do with the armor plating too, right? But I think they got a sound thing for killing them. I mean, it's probably best not to spoil the film because, you know, I don't think everybody is quite able to watch things in theaters these days and stuff. At least not to my knowledge. I think there was something else coming to movies or the theaters soon that I was interested in as well. Oh, the flames. I don't know, kind of cool, kind of lame. Like, it's similar to what I have, but it's not. File. Interesting. And then I've got a lot of points to unlock stuff with. I'm just trying to wonder if I was, you know, actually trying to unlock something. Ooh, Red Tiger, that's a classic. Oh, the gift wrap, I love it. Ugly sweater. Kind of adorable. I love Christmas stuff in games, even when they don't necessarily need it. I think it's kind of fun. That looks a bit weird. I like find different things. Actually, I should see if people are in this lobby. Okay, it's still 4-on-4. That's okay. I'm just wondering if there's another lobby where people are maybe more plentiful. It's definitely die down lobby-wise. Venom, Let There Be Carnage. I don't support non-Marvel universe stuff. As odd as that sounds, I don't support Sony's attempt to do their own movies. So I don't watch Venom, I'm not going to watch Morbius, I'm not going to watch Kraven or whatever. I don't want to support them being successful and taking away characters from the Spider-Man universe. Because Sony movies are not great. They don't have a really good track record at all. Anyways, new match. Be sure to like the stream, question stuff great, donations cool, and subscribing is awesome as well. I just remember the doom and gloom I felt when I went to go and watch, what was it called? That one with the kid that's like an evil Superman. I'm trying to think of what it was. Blood something? I don't know. I was like, oh, this sounds like a really cool premise. You know, I kind of watched the trailer, but I guess I wasn't paying attention, and I got to the theater and like the Sony logo splashed on the screen, and I was like, aw. I was like, god damn it. I was like, oh no, this is going to be a mixed bag. But, yeah, I don't really trust their theatrical output. Unless it's like Sam Raimi, but even then they put his name on some like really bad films too. So yeah, hi there, welcome. 50 cal would ruin their day. Yeah, but they move so fast, man. The armor plating, it's from space. I feel like you have to do some suspension of disbelief though if you're going to properly enjoy, you know, horror films and stuff, because you know it's about making illogical things. Sometimes things don't always add up. If you want a really good horror film, I suggest Ready or Not. It's basically hide and seek the movie, but it's actually way better because it's like kind of a survival horror of this bride having to play a game on the night of her wedding, and it's got like it's super gory, super like tension filled, and very, very well done. I think it's Weaving. I think that's her last name, Samara Weaving or something. I'm trying to think of her name. She's really, really great actress wise, but she's like the bride in it and stuff, and like the lead character. Very, very good movie. Came out I think just before COVID. Again, called Ready or Not. Great film. Yeah, Brightburn. Thank you for that one. Brightburn was the one with the kid that's like an anti-Superman. That was just I wasn't pleased with that film at all. It had so much potential, but yeah, just no. Kind of expected out of those ones though. Thanks for saying I'm right there. That's great to hear. Because I'm pretty big into movies and that, and it's just like, you know, I don't think Sony films have really done anything great in a very long time. Like they used to make good films, the Men in Black ones, Spider-Man. That was more Sam Raimi though than any. Or they had some other decent ones. I don't know if you saw like the last Men in Black International. I don't know how they took two super funny and exciting actors and made them just like the most unfunny, uninteresting people in the world. Because it was like Chris Hemsworth and what's her name? Because they were both in like Thor Ragnarok and stuff. She plays Valkyrie. I'm trying to think what her name is. Is Amaton? No, it's not. Something like that. But she's like funny and hilarious, and so is Chris Hemsworth. And in Men in Black, you know, International, they were just bland and boring, and the movie was just trash. I think I gave it like a 3 out of 10 or something like that. Just god awful. Definitely not happy. And yeah, some similar properties. Some of the horror ones they do, but I mean horror is like low budget and it's not meant to be amazing. But sometimes you get really good ones, like Deadpool. Deadpool's done by Fox though, and Fox is really hit or miss. But I think they had more hits than misses. It might have been pretty even towards the end of it. I mean, New Mutants was really rough, but I'm trying to think of what else there was. Like, you know, Days of Future Past was really good. First Class was solid. They did quite a few good X-Men films, Logan and stuff, and then they did some really bad ones too. Apocalypse and X-Men 3 and well, they did New Mutants, right? Some of the stuff was really. We lost again. What are people doing? Like by half the score? I thought I did all right that match. What happened? Oh no, I'm at -10. Woof! Nope. That guy went 0 and 14. What are you just feeding them kills? Jesus. Did I watch Heat? Maybe. I don't really remember specifically what that one's about. You'd have to give me details. Spider-Man's my favorite character, so I'm not going to hear about this. Yeah. Venom was the only comic book character you liked. That was kind of cheesy. See, like, the thing is, it's like, Venom is a really cool character, but I just will not support the Sony Spider-Man stuff. I won't. I don't want them taking characters away from the MCU, because we finally have this one great entity of, like, superhero films. You look at DC and it's a mess. And, you know, and then there's Sony going there like, we want some of the pie, but we don't want to contribute to the universe. We want to do our own things. And it's just like, no, not supporting it. Am I excited for Battlefield? Sure, yeah. Why not? I get asked so much about it. It should be cool. I'm eager to see what they're doing with it. I've heard great things, so we'll have to see what happens with it. Heat. I'm going to have to look up what Heat is, because I've heard the name. Might have watched it. Not to be confused with Speed. Heat. I don't know. I think I've watched it at some point. I'd have to, like, watch it again. This is the bank robbers and stuff, as I'm seeing from that note. Is it the one where they kind of sneak out with other people and they get away or something? There's so many, like, similar heist-type films like that. Should watch it. It probably is great. I've probably actually seen it. My family watched we watched a ton of movies over and over again throughout my childhood. I've seen a lot of films. I've seen Predator more times than I care to talk about. It's a good film, but there's a certain point where it's like, I've seen this too many times. Is it 2 on 2? Oh, people are joining. Okay. New match. Be sure to like the stream. Question stuff great. Donations cool. Subscribing's awesome. Hope you guys have fun as we dive into the pipeline. See if we could survive and get some kills. Well, it seems like it's full. Yeah, full lobby. That's great. I just wish it wasn't just team deathmatch. Team deathmatch seems to go on like way too. Like the matches are too fast. You don't get much XP from it, but it's always the last thing standing in Call of Duty. So gotta give those team deathmatchers the round of applause for sticking with it, so we can keep playing these older games. Certainly is nice. Dealing with these guys. Our UAV is online. He's right there, guy. How did that guy not kill him? Or that guy? Killed both of those guys? Where'd he go? He's on the outside here? Now he's dead. Sometimes you're just like, how did this guy not kill those 2 guys? How did those 2 guys not kill that one guy? Gotta get him with the double grenades. Run out for her. Watch out for the Martyrdom too. For the Martyrdom. I thought he was going around the building, so I thought I'd reload in there and get him. Sucks. There goes my streak. Nah, he smoked me there. The Departed and Full Metal Jacket. I've definitely watched The Departed. I don't know if I've seen Full Metal Jacket. Supposed to be Battlefield 2042. Yeah, I've definitely seen some pictures. I mean, I always heard it was like near future. 2042 seems like a bit far out, but also at the same time, I guess it really isn't. It's like, what, 20 years from now? That's like not that futuristic. It seems far away, but you know, it's kind of wild because we've surpassed when like Modern Warfare is set and stuff, like the Modern Warfare trilogy. So I think that's kind of funny. But yeah, no, it's a slight futuristic. I'm more excited about like 128 player lobbies and you know next gen Levolution and stuff. It should be really exciting. At least I think so. I'm kind of hoping it's gonna be good, you know, for streams and videos, and it's got like a long life to it, so that I can keep doing streams and videos for it and reviews and that. Would be awesome. Ow. Be interesting to become like a Battlefield only stream. Like I don't really want to ever get typecast to something specifically, but it would definitely be interesting to be known for a particular title. Like I think, you know, I'm decently well known for like DayZ on Xbox. At least I believe so. I've heard a ton of that, but I've always wanted to be known for Minecraft though. Love my Minecraft stuff. Do I happen to know why people enjoy Black Ops 3 so much? I don't know. I've never really heard people say they like Black Ops 3. I mean, I've never really personally seen that. Everyone I talk to don't really care about it. They kind of trailed off the Black Opses after the second one. I always hear things where it's like, oh, the story was terrible and stuff, so. I don't know, Kevin. I don't know who you're talking to, who these people are. I'm sure the chat can chime in though, too, but I've never really heard that about that one. And it's the only Call of Duty that I don't have console, other than Call of Duty 2. I should probably get COD 2 at some point. But it's like, when they go on sale, it's like 15 bucks for Call of Duty 2, and it's half off, and I'm just like, it's too much. It's too much. I'm not even half off, I think like 80% off. It's like, it's still too expensive. It's not worth 15 bucks for that old of a game. Especially when I'm just going to do a video on it. It's going to be like a return on investment, really, right? Amazing on Series X 120. What is... 7's a good movie, too. Oh, the Battlefield. Yeah, they'll probably do 4K 60 and 1080 120. Unless they can really crank it out and actually really optimize it really beautifully and give us 4K 120 in Battlefield, that would be sick. They'll probably do 4K 60 so they can max out the physics and stuff. Damn it. But you gotta also remember that this is still gonna be cross-gen. I believe they might be doing 2 versions, which would help a little bit, but it's still gonna kind of be a little held back by the last-gen consoles, which is disappointing. But how it goes? Is there like I saw a red dot of a guy up there, but I don't see anyone. That was luck. I feel like a lot of this game is kind of luck-driven. Ah, crap. Hi again. You just got back from the gym. That's cool. Getting big. I wish I could go to a gym. Ours aren't open yet. Soon though. Soon though. Very, very soon. I'm quite excited to get working out again. Even though that's how I injured myself last time. But I think the ellipticals will be really good for strengthening and that, which I need. But yeah, I'm very excited to finally be able to go to a gym again. Because I was very, very fit before the COVID times. I was super, super fit. Very skinny, best shape of my life. Even better than when I was, you know, playing hockey and soccer and lacrosse when I was younger. Yeah, COVID's kind of not helped with that. Do I play random games, like a small playlist that I play per day? I usually, I have like a list of games I play on stream, but I tend to cycle them, if that makes sense. Like I cycle them every once in a while. And if there's a new game coming out, I'll do a stream for it, like when Biomutant came out. Tomorrow I'm planning, hopefully, on doing Chivalry, because, you know, the game comes out tomorrow. We'll have to wait and see on that, but yeah, usually I just kind of swap between the few. We got a number of CODs, a number of Battlefields, you know, we mix in other things too. Here's Halo. I like to do a lot of Halo and stuff. Negative again by 1. God damn it. Every match. Unbelievable. People enjoy COD. COD's fun. This one's a gem. Beach bug. Yeah. Shipment running around in circles and dying. But that is the way. That is the way. Yeah. 120. I mean, it won't necessarily look bad. Halo runs at 4K 120. I don't think it's mainly impossible anymore. I mean, you do dynamic resolution scaling. Again, it comes down to optimization, what they want to do. I would expect 4K 60 and like maybe 1440p at 120 would be kind of what they're going for, I would guess. We'll have to wait and see. Thought it was going to be next gen exclusive. It sounded like it was going to be next gen exclusive, but then they kind of like, nah, and I'm like, ah, come on. Just how it is, right? I mean, we'll know soon, right? We'll know soon. Actually, that's, what is it, tomorrow? Isn't it the 9th? I'm thinking tomorrow is like today, but yeah, I think Battlefield's. Let me just schedule. I actually don't even have it in my schedule. I've got to watch that Loki show. I've got screeners for the first 2 episodes, but I haven't watched it yet. Halo Infinite multiplayer. Yeah, that should be really cool. I'm very curious to see what the next Halo game is looking like. Obviously, big Halo fan. And like I said, I'm still waiting to hear back on if I get to co-stream the Xbox E3 event. Like I said, I saw somebody on Twitter say that they got confirmed to be able to do so. I mean, they're obviously allowing it to some degree, so hopefully I'll be able to also get to do that. We'll have to wait and see. As soon as I know, you guys will probably be notified. So anyways, new match. Be sure to like the stream, question stuff, grades, donations cool, subscribing's awesome. I hope you guys have some fun out there watching some of the old classic Modern Warfare 3 or Modern Warfare Remastered. Well, I actually thought it might be fun for a single player stream to do the Fall of Cybertron game. Because I was playing it today to do a video on it, and I'm like, oh, this game's a real banger. I mean, they've closed all the servers, which sucks and it's delisted, but I love that game so much. It'd be a very fun play to work through. Needless to say. At least I'd enjoy it. Minecraft Dungeons Arcade was kind of hard. They just throw you in there. As they should, but I really hope that's there. Because for context, guys, Kevin here, the moderator, saw that he went to an arcade and they had Minecraft Dungeons Arcade Edition. It like shoots out cards and stuff for you that you can have and use in future games, apparently. Like, I was reading into it a little bit, but I had no idea about this. So I'm kind of seeing if my local arcade has that when they open, because they're going to be opening soon again. It'd be really cool to go there and like do a video thing for it. Would be fun. Yeah, I'm just kind of waiting. Well, not waiting, but I guess I'm technically waiting to hear back. So we'll see if I get to do that, because that'd be fun. For context, I do have like a review thing up for Fireteam Raven, which is like the Halo arcade. Very fun. I might actually redo that video. I think it had some weird frame issues or something in it, but it would be fun to do that one and reintroduce it to the audience, because I think people might be intrigued by it to a degree. Oh, double grenade kill. Look at me. I'm kind of good at this. Should have saved my UAV, I guess. Is there a better distance gun here? And before I pop that up. That guy got shot by somebody else. Okay, I can't snipe at all in this anymore. Yeah. Oh, smoked by a grenade. You don't do shoutouts here. You won't do 4K at 120? What? Why not? You gotta believe. I don't know. I think we'll see some doing 4K. It'll probably be more of like a mid-gen refresh. We'll start to see them being able to push the 4K 120. Or again, my thoughts on a mid-gen refresh are probably going to be more like ray tracing cores and stuff, so that ray tracing is easier, like more easily supported. That's where I foresee that sure tech being pushed as ray tracing becomes more and more standard over time. Yeah. What do I think of the new Suicide Squad film? I'm very excited. James Gunn does a fantastic job for his films. He can balance a large cast very well of weird, quirky characters, and I'm very excited to see what he does with DC. It could be the first actually genuinely great DC film that they've done in the modern era. And I think they've got like John Cena really embracing his role because he's doing like a whole show with it and stuff, a spin-off show. So I'm kind of excited to see that. I don't think he's like a great actor, but I think he could play like a goofy, dopey guy that thinks he's always right and stuff, and that's his character role. And then you got just like the wackiest group of characters together. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. Like, I'm not really huge into DC, if that makes sense. Like, I'm not a big DC fan, more Marvel, but I'd like there to be good films. Because usually, I have to sit there in the screenings for these movies and sit through them, and it's just, like, it's quite agonizing. But, yeah, hopefully they get some better gems. I think the only one I even really had fun with was Shazam. I actually quite enjoyed that one. Not amazing, but actually kind of fun. I'm excited for Shazam 2, which they showed a trailer of if you didn't see that. It's all dark, and he's got his suit, and it's all moody, and he's like, they don't have a single light here? They could have turned on, like, one light. just sort of funny, at least I think so. Yeah. Cold War, yeah, I'm not a big Cold War fan. Anyone that's been on the streams knows I'm pretty impartial to the action of Cold War. We did do a stream of it the one time. Wasn't too bad to stream, but not huge on that one. You've returned. What games am I excited for at E3? Again, I've got this nice video where I sit there and I talk about all the Xbox E3 rumors and stuff with some friends. It's really good to kind of get my my thoughts and expectations for the event from that video. And then I do another one where I talk about like all of E3 in general. I talk about it more in depth, but my biggest hope is to be surprised. I'd like to see a new game that I don't foresee, or get some kind of announcement that I don't see coming. Oh, there I go, round-ending kill cam. As I'm shooting like way off in the distance. Oh, that's funny. But I don't know, I kind of hope to be surprised. A lot of games we're kind of expecting. Some I think might be held back further than we think, and we'll have to wait and see, right? COVID's still kind of messing with stuff, but we're kind of almost done too. Which is pretty cool. Yes, I quite like Modern Warfare. I think that one's probably maybe the best of the series. The COD 4 I think is the best, but looking at the gods over the years, I think Modern Warfare was like very well needed in grounding the series again and doing some new things with it. It's kind of really reinvigorated my excitement for the guys. I remember seeing it at E3, and it was just like they showed where you're blasting your way through the house, and it was just like the most insane thing I'd ever seen. I was like, this isn't even next gen yet, and this game looks amazing. Yeah, that COD engine redo really was beneficial. Exciting email. Really. Not really, folks. Glad Dying Light. Yeah, Dying Light's finally coming. So that at 2 E3s, it looked pretty good behind the scenes, so hopefully they deliver on that. Have I tried Enlisted? Yeah, we did a stream of Enlisted on the Series X, and we did some videos of it on Series X and PS5 too. Got a PS5 Enlisted video as well. Those are both up on the channel. I actually quite enjoy it. I think most people are a little too hard on it, because it feels like a like a throwback Medal of Honor game. I do like a back cough, kind of mute the mic when I do that, but it feels like an old school Medal of Honor game, which I quite love the idea of. I actually kind of quite enjoy Enlisted. Do I have an idea of what games are going to be added to Game Pass? Not usually. I don't get any like early knowledge about it. I try to keep up as fast as I can to do videos. I do a monthly... Oh, crap. Should have saw that coming. I do, create a monthly suggestions list of games coming out, and then some games, you might have missed or something, or you should check out. So you can always see that. I did one for June not too long ago, a few days back. You can kind of get some suggestions from there. I know Hot Pursuit is coming out soon, so I'll have a video for that one. Just filmed it tonight, so we'll have a video for that soon. And as always, new match. Be sure to like the stream, questions, stuff great, donations cool, subscribing is awesome. Hope you guys are having fun. Ow. I saw that guy go by, I don't really want to chase him. There we go, got my chopper. It's amazing that people just don't check corners in this game. There was 2 guys that just ran right by me. They could have taken 1 second to look and just killed me while I was sitting there. Yeah, they're very unobservant, I guess. "10 kill streak, woohoo! Look at me going." Back in the day when they allowed your kill streaks to actually count as your kills, that was a more fun time. Yeah, a little bit more serious now, or you actually have to kill people. I always thought Winter Crash was so cool. I played this first on the PC version, and I was like, what the hell is this map? I've never seen this before. And then they finally added it into the remastered version. I was like pretty hyped. I was like, this map's awesome. The Crisis Remastered trilogy, I think that comes out in the fall. I've already been able to put my review request on it, so I think it's either summer or fall for that one. I believe they have a release date for the Crisis remastered games. I thought they did. I'm not 100% off the top of my head, but I've already filled out my form, so I don't think it's necessarily too far out. So hopefully we'll do videos on those. Maybe streams would be fun to work through them? I don't know. Kind of debating about it. Medal of Honor Warfighter. I don't know if I thought that one was really good, but I'd like it to be backwards compatible. I believe so. I believe I still have that one. Yeah, we've been talking about that recently, that it's really weird that none of the Medal of Honor games are backwards compatible. Because you would think that EA owns the full rights to all of them, so it's like, why don't we have, like, Rising Sun or the older Medal of Honors? I'd buy those again to do videos on. That would be fun. Yeah, I quite like those older Medal of Honor titles. Screw up playing those. Pretty exciting. Because I think the latest Medal of Honor is like a VR game, and it was like horribly received. It was made by Respawn. Respawn's known for making like bangers, so and a little disappointing, I guess you could say, in that regard. Festive explosions. See, why didn't we ever get this on the 360? Lame. They only gave it to the PC players. Sucks, especially since they were doing DLC. They could have thrown it into a DLC pack, right? A Christmas map, but no. You guys shoot a noob tube at me. Ah, yeah, he just knew I was coming. I got him with the grenade. Spreading festive cheer. So it's a real shame that this one got a PS4 Pro upgrade, but we never got one on Xbox. Such a shame. Look really good. I'm hoping, because some of the rumors have been with the AMD Fidelity, which is like an AI upscaling tool for resolution, that they might be using that to do improvements to backwards compatible games at higher resolutions. So it would be pretty awesome if we could get these CODs run at like 4K 120 or something. Using that tech and, using the FPS boost, that would be pretty sick, eh? Be just floored by it. It would be so awesome. Just crazy. Legendary. Yeah. I also do streams for RPG games, or are they not my preferred? I do some RPG game streams. Again, it's mostly based around like what's coming out. Like I imagine, say a new Elder Scrolls game comes out, we'd probably do a lot of streams for it and stuff like that. It depends on what's releasing. Like we did a stream for Biomutant, which is an RPG game, but just like the end of it or whatever. Because I like a lot of the stuff I get early, right? So I'm reviewing it, and then I can't really stream it because I'm working on it before it's coming out. It's a little bit harder to do. But something like the Elder Scrolls, I've actually considered maybe doing like a fresh modded Elder Scrolls playthrough or something, just for streaming, and that might be a fun sort of thing. I'm kind of still thinking about it. It also might be fun to do that with like a buddy, have them maybe play or something. Yeah, that would be kind of an excellent sort of way to do that. We tried an Elder Scrolls Online stream, but I was having streaming issues at that point, so that stream kind of got bonked out. But hopefully when my Elder Scrolls expert, Joelle, is a little bit more available after she's done like school stuff, hopefully we'll be able to do some more of those streams. That would be cool. But sometimes RPGs, it really depends on what I'm kind of feeling. Like multiplayer games are really easy. sometimes, you know, I do these streams pretty late at night, and I'm pretty beat from working and stuff, or like walking and that, and it's just like a multiplayer game is really easy to stream, right? It doesn't take work, whereas a single player one, I gotta set up certain things, and but yeah, we do a variety. We actually streamed all of Judgment, which was like 4 parts or something like that. So walkthrough worth of the game Judgment, which is a Yakuza spinoff, and that's like an RPG, and that was quite a lot of fun. You know, different stuff. Did I enjoy the N64? To some degree. I mean, I never had one, but my friend did, so we played GoldenEye and Ocarina. I think some other ones. We mostly played Xbox, and we played Halo, and Fable, stuff like that, and Area 51. You know, a few classic titles back then. We didn't play as much. I also had a PS2, so I played like Battlefront and the NHL games. I had a GameCube there too. I had original Xbox as well. Again, where we played a lot of Halo and stuff. Good times. Hello there, welcome. Am I a fan of Little Nightmares? I never played that one. I kind of skipped it because I was a little busy. Chivalry needs to come out already. I think it's out maybe, or it might come out in the morning. I'm waiting for the review things to open up so I can get my request in and hopefully stream it tomorrow because it would be awesome. Am I going to stream the new Dark Alliance game that's coming out? Maybe. I should have done a stream for the Dark Alliance 1 or something. I don't know. There was recently a Dungeons and Dragons game that came out. I think it's I deleted it because I got all the achievements off of it, but I'm trying to think of what it's called. Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance or something. I should have done a stream on that one. It would have been fun, but I did a review on that one at least on the channel, which was kind of exciting. I like that quite a bit. Maybe I'll cover that. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, right? 'Cause I don't quite know yet. Usually for streams, I sort of think about the night of. Like, we were gonna do, with Kevin again, we were gonna do Battlefront, but he was busy with friends or something, or he didn't get my message or whatever, because we were gonna do a Battlefront stream tonight. But I was like, okay, well, he's not coming, so we'll do Call of Duty 4. I was like, we haven't done this in a few weeks or a month, so I was like, oh, let's do this one. It'll be fun. Because I quite love this. Obviously, it's one of my favorite games. Anyways, new match. Be sure to like the stream. Question stuff great. Donation's cool. Subscribing's awesome. I hope you guys have fun. I think we'll do a Witcher stream though. That'll be a good RPG one. We'll do it when they drop the Series X optimization for it at some point, and that'll be fun. We'll find some quests to do. And I love The Witcher 3, so it'll be a hell of a great time over there with good old Geralt, venturing out there and seeing things with a roach. Me embarrassing myself as I get used to the mechanics again. The one that came out on PS2 is Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance. It was actually a really good game. I surprisingly enjoyed that more than I thought I would. It's also really cool on Xbox because it has cheat codes and you can just cheat your way to like all of the achievements. It takes time because you gotta grind it still, but you know, it was a lot easier to kind of like cheat the that game and get the achievements. Like like hardest difficulty, like I got the full 1000 gamer score on it. I was like, yeah, felt so accomplished. There's this one farming game I want to request. I don't know if I'll do a video of it or not, but apparently you can get all 5. Or in 5 minutes, you can get all of the achievements in the game and get the full 1000 gamer score, which would help a lot because I'm trying to get closer to 500,000, and I kind of like I have some games picked out, but you know, if I get like a quick 1,000, it would help a lot. So we'll have to see on that one. Maybe I'll talk about it because it's like an easy achievement game. I don't know. We'll see video wise. I try to pick and choose, you know, just to have variety on the channel and try to introduce different games to different people. Because I think some people checked out Helix and they were kind of like, oh, this is a cool game. And I think they might not have saw it before. And with another one, I'm trying to think of what it was recently. There was another title where people were like, oh, I never heard of this game. And I was like, it was pretty cool. Daymare. I think it was Daymare. Yeah. Pretty fun game. Well, decently. There we go. As I grow ever more tired at night. Is This is always a weird level, because it's sort of like super narrow. So you don't really get lanes for travel. I always thought it was really intense for search and destroy, because, you know, it's like grenades could really make the difference of team and your setup, and it was just like intense in search. We're kind of in a bad spot because they've sort of held down the middle here. Goddamn flash grenades. You blocked my grenade! Move! Did you see that? I had to pick up my grenade and throw it after I threw it because my teammate ran in front of me. Oh man, that sucks. Making me a hard time. I was on the staircase too. What do I think of PUBG? I actually quite enjoy it. It's one of my more favorite battle royales because it's like sort of a gritty, more realistic one. But I haven't really enjoyed it since they added the bots. I think they take away from the game and they make it less fun. It's not real folks you're competing against, but we're looking at doing a PUBG stream in the future. So that'll be interesting for sure when it happens. But yeah, that is one of the ones that's like on the plans for a stream. I'm not talking about Avatar, I'm talking about Bug Snacks. What do I get for having those points on Xbox? Like the gamer score and then the Xbox achievements? Nothing. It's just like a cool thing to work towards. Compete with others. It's just a fun system. It gives you a bit of a purpose in a game, you know, to try different things, and, you know, it's just kind of a neat sort of thing to work towards. It's a bit of an addiction, too, I guess you could say. I used to actually work really hard on achieving to get, you know, gamer score and stuff. But nowadays, when I'm so busy doing reviews and that, I don't get time to do so. But I used to quite enjoy it, and yeah, it's just something fun to do and work on. And God, I get spawning at like spawn and getting hammered here. I did get some nice double kills with grenades in that though. Definitely got a better team, I think. Elex is underrated. That's totally fair. I was just like, I was actually surprised how many people checked out the video on that one. And then was it like, Metopia today got totally shafted, guys. Go watch Metopia. It'll determine if I get like Nintendo games to review in the future from Nintendo. Yeah, but Elex did very well. And then the other day I was surprised that Tomb Raider Legend didn't like got outshined by Tour de France 2021. I was like, are you kidding me? Is this world? But yeah. Warhawk? I think I've heard of that one. Rented the game from Blockbuster. Oh, were you talking about Avatar, the Burning Earth or whatever? That one's a fun, easy 1,000 gamer score in a few minutes. That's a legendary one. Yeah, no, we rented that one to get the achievements on it. Yep, that was that's a gem of the achievement trophy. I've always wanted to get Madden 06. That one's apparently pretty easy. Same with King Kong, the game. From like Peter Jackson's King Kong, because that one's apparently easy 1,000 too. But yeah, I've never been able to get my hands on Madden 06 or the Peter Jackson's King Kong game, because those ones easy achievements. I'd love to get those. Another big one was Surf's Up back in the day. I got the 1,000 on that. There's a few easy ones throughout the years. It's a lot simpler now with some of the digital titles, but you know, back in the day there was some super easy ones to earn on. Black Ops 1 Remaster. You know, I bet eventually they'll do those. After they finish the Modern Warfare remasters, they'll probably do a Black Ops at some point, I would expect. Yeah, that's funny that you're talking about the Avatar one. Classic achievement hunter game. Classic. No. This is very interesting. Like, some of the achievements, super hard to get in game. Because I remember when there was like a really light limit, because there was only so many titles out, right? Nowadays, it's so saturated. I know guys with like, you know, like millions of gamer scores. Like, I think if he's, I don't know if he's online, but K Fornage, I talked to him a lot. He's got like just a ton of gamer score. Let's see. Yeah, he's got 1.25 million, and that's like not even, you know, that's just like a regular achievement. Some people have like 2 million gamer score. It's nuts. It's crazy. It's gotten so bloated and saturated that's unreal. Now I'm at 500,000. I used to have like quite a bit coming from the 360 era, but it is. Yeah, I definitely think my hard drive's dying for the fact that that guy loaded into the match faster than I did. He probably shouldn't have. Anyways, new match. Be sure to like the stream, question stuff great, donations cool, subscribing's awesome. You guys have fun and let's have a hell of a battle here. Crap. Darth Vader joined? That's good to hear. Luke, I am your father. Oh no, that's impossible. What do you mean they blew up the Death Star? Bunch of teenage robot chicken humor there for you. It's always funny. I quite like Star Wars. It's always been a very, very enjoyable series to me. There 2 guys in here? I could have sworn there. Yeah, there's 2 guys. 60. Interesting. Oh, smoke with the shotgun in the back. May the force be with you. Always. Bum, bum, bum. You know, there's also like, live long and prosper. Am I right, Star Trek guys? The original Star Treks are actually really good. As odd as it sounds. Like, I was never into Star Trek. And then I watched this animated show called Lower Decks. And I thought it was just absolutely hilarious. Just so funny. And then I was like, okay, well, let's check out the original Star Trek. And I actually really like the... I think it's the 60s Star Trek, like the OG stuff. Absolutely delightful. I want to watch the films. I haven't gotten around to that. I think I've seen bits of them over the years, but I never sat there and watched them all. I'm hoping I get to do that at some point. Enjoy the films, but yeah, no, I actually quite enjoyed it, surprisingly, because I never thought I would be into it, but really cool sci-fi stuff, especially for considering, like, you know, the era that it's from. It was kind of amazing. Why am I up so late? Well, it's like early in the morning now, but that's just happens to be when I get the stream, you know? When we do stream, it leads into a few hours, and kind of what happens time-wise. How many hours do I stream per night? I usually start about, like, MST time. It varies from night to night depending on when I get opportunities where it's quiet and I can start streaming, but it's usually like 9, 10 p.m. MST. And then I usually do like 3 hours, maybe 5 hours, 3 to 5 hours, depending on what I'm doing and the view count and all that. And, yeah, I could go longer, depends on the game, and sometimes I get to do earlier stuff. Like if I'm doing a stream of a game, I try to do like of a campaign of a game. I try to get it done in one video so that I can turn it into a walkthrough video. Did that for Necromunda, which is like a shooter game that came out this week. We did the whole 5 hours just straight, and yeah, that's kind of the style I go for. And I would say we're at a point where I'm doing this nightly as well, because I think we've done it nightly for a few months straight now. There's always something a little bit wild. Usually around the same time. I hope to get some more day-type streams at some point, but it's just how it goes right now. Sleep when I die, that's funny. It's 10 in the morning there. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, it's like 2 in the morning here. I'm usually up till 6 working on stuff, so it's like not the biggest deal. I hope to get a healthier schedule at some point in the future, but right now it is what it is. I figure if I work hard at this point and I keep growing the channel, eventually I can get to a point where it sort of snowballs and I can, like, you know, be a little more laid back on things. That would be nice. I'll have to, you know, have to wait and see over time. I hope it pays off all the work. Well, we'll see. It's definitely, you know, it's growing well, the channel and that, but it's definitely not at a point where it's like perfectly snowballing yet. Someday, hopefully. But yeah, you put in the time and hopefully it pays out and like the content and stuff. California. Oh, you're PST. So MST is 1 hour plus on PST. So if it's like 9 a.m. PST, it's 10 a.m. PST. I always consider that it's just like 1 minus and an Eastern is 2 plus. Yeah, because I have to do a lot of time convertings for embargoes, so I've actually learned how to do clock stuff pretty well. I can't see anything. I've got a white screen. And not the fun kind. Just kidding. Should be a grenade kill? No? Nothing. So that's all good. If I play a game you have, can you join? Like I say for the streams, I'm always like, you know, if you have a game, or if you have the game I have, just jump in and play. It's totally cool. I don't like go out of my way to keep people in the matches, but you know, just hop in and play. Like when we do Battlefield, Hibachi usually hops in and, you know, joins the matches, and so it's totally fine. It's definitely encouraged, for sure, for the connection stuff. I find it fun. All night for the last 15. Just wears down on you mostly. I'd like to get some more regular sleeps going in and that, but yeah, it is what it is. It doesn't really cause any problems for me, so it's an issue. Look at that guy sniping down at me. So much spray. Don't give a damn about accuracy. Two guys in here? Seriously? It's that next-gen controller, just gives me the edge. You know how it is. Pew 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 with the MP5. It'll actually be really weird if I get to do the co-stream of the Xbox event, because I'll have to, like, you know, stream during the day. It's gonna be like the weirdest thing. Man, these guys really like camping this building for some reason. Ah, I should have just waited to shoot him instead of pulling out the grenades. Wrong choice. Instant death for me. It's the suck. At least we're still winning by quite a bit. Oh, that's a bad guy. Jeez. I don't know if I'm just tired or something, but it's like, oof. Holy, missed that guy. No, I never thought I'd still be playing this game so many years later. It's kind of nuts. Same with like Halo MCC, right? Seems like certain stuff, they just like prey on your nostalgia for things. Still playing COD 4, still playing Halo 3, playing all the oldies, still on the Gears. I like the Gear streams. It's really nice that those ones do decently well, because I do quite enjoy playing that game. I don't usually have a lot of time to play it, so it's a good excuse. The streams are a great excuse to play older games I wouldn't normally play. God damn it. Kaboom on the Claymore. We got the watermelons. Now the other team's making a comeback. Come on, guys. You're busting my ass trying to get us the win. Oh, snipers. Beat by a girl left. I guess they weren't. Our whole team's falling apart. Are you kidding me? We had like a huge lead and... Unbelievable. Man, this sucks. So they're not copyrighted, what? Why do you have to co-stream? Watch a lot of these events, guys say they just do commentary. Well, it's the same thing as doing commentary over it. It's co-streaming. But a lot of those guys probably get permission for it, because I just don't want to have any sort of copyright issues. Like, if it's on Twitch, it's not a big deal. But if it's a copyright issue on YouTube, and, you know, I get, like, a copyright strike or something, that can impact my monetization, and it could cause a lot of issues for my channel. So I gotta make sure that I am safe when I do it, and I'm given the okay to do it, so that I don't have problems. It may not seem like a big deal, and it may not be a big deal to some, but to me, it's something I actually have to really take care of. Yeah. And now I'm only positive one. Unbelievable. This is they're just camping in corners. Ugh. I mean, it's part of the game, but god damn it. I can't believe my team just like fell apart like that. Glad I got that guy though. We're not getting 7 kills that much time. I want to get this last. Ah, I got shot in the back. We may have lost the battle it still can get copyrights, like the system triggers really well. Oh, back again. Who's in Antarctica? That's funny. Did online just come out? Online for what? No idea what you're asking about. Ah, refreshing. Time-wise, okay. 2 depot credits. I've almost got enough to open another box. I'd rather not play on either of these levels, you know? I've had both of them pop up already. Actually, I think we've gone through like the whole layering of options. I think playing this team deathmatch stuff is like butchering my scores. You can get like a cooler's camo or something. Not really huge in any of this stuff. I'm like kind of into the fire, but I like the clearer look of the rust on. I've got like 1900 points, so I don't know if I need to spend it and then like unlock things or what's going on there. Oh, looks like we've got some pipeline. Nice. Now this one's had multiplayer since it came out. Yeah. Modern Warfare with some decent Wi-Fi before it gets bad again. That's funny. That's hilarious. Okay, let's roll. Just me and the man. Oh, people are loading in, guys. It's good. Must be on last gen consoles. Yeah, Modern Warfare 2 Remastered doesn't have multiplayer. That's because they learned their lesson from this one, where they had more people playing this than Infinite Warfare at one point. And they're like, oh damn, we can never do that again. Because they lose money on it. That's why they put so many like microtransaction things in there, and this one was to try to recover of that, but it kind of just hurt Infinite Warfare, basically. Anyways, new match. Be sure to like the stream, question stuff great, donation's cool, subscribing's awesome, and I hope you guys have fun as we answer the Call of Duty in the Modern Warfare. I hate that last stand crap. Actually, good thing that guy was in the last stand. That kind of gave me a 3-kill streak because he died after I died there. Counted towards my next kill. Or my next life here. I feel like they're all sniping. Oh crap, they got a UAV now. Our UAV ran out. Oh no. You're gonna know where I'm headed. One more kill and I get an airstrike, which would be cool. Yeah, I never said this MP5 was like perfect for accuracy over a distance. Huh. Back to work, coffee finished. Have fun, thanks for checking in on stuff. The Call of Duty sound, what? Bum, 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 bum. Ah, crap. Well, we're down by a little bit. I was kind of hoping we get a win on here, but she could stream E3 with them. Again, I've talked about that a few times. I'm still waiting to hear back, but I saw somebody else got the okay today, so that means they're definitely granting them out, and hopefully I'll be able to do so. Yeah, because I think somebody with I think with Windows Central though, but they had a smaller. They have like 20k subs, so I mean I'm a little bit larger channel size. Hopefully that means I'll get in, but we'll have to see. have to hear back from my rep, but I am apparently maybe getting something cool this week from Xbox folks to celebrate the event, so that should be fun, hopefully, if it arrives soon. Yeah. I mean, it would be cool. I think it would be an interesting thing, because I didn't really think of it as being something folks would like, but, it's definitely interesting. It's also a shame I would do the Square Enix event, but it's at the same time. So, for context, Square Enix is, like, super cool about the streaming stuff. They provide a DMC, a free version of their stream to co-stream with. So that's basically like a copyright-free version of their stream that's been modified so you can talk with people. But the issue is that their event is like right around the time the Xbox is. Like I think the Xbox event really ends, and then it kind of goes into the Square Enix one, or there's like a bit of an overlap from what I saw, and I was like, oh, that sucks. If I do the Square Enix one, that would be a lot of fun. I want to do a post-show chat about the Xbox event, so I'm kind of leaning in that direction instead of doing the Square Enix one, but I'll have to wait and see. I'm gonna have to really dig into the different options that are gonna pop up for the event. We'll have to see there. Ratchet & Clank is gonna have a portal gun that brings in other IPs. Yeah, I heard about that on the thing. We were talking about the thing with Sunset Overdrive and that, which is kind of cool. Kind of was hoping I would get to check it out early because the embargo is up today, but I'm assuming the batch of codes is probably going to be like for the launch of it, so we'll probably do a stream or something for it then. I don't know. I'm disappointed. What games am I hyped for on PS5 this year? Ratchet & Clank. Actually, really kind of excited about that one. And Horizon Forbidden West, Horizon Zero Dawn. I believe I always say it's my favorite, or was my favorite new IP of the last generation. So I'm kind of very excited to see where Alloy's next journey kind of takes her, really, actually, because of a great character, and I actually really like the last one. And I think that might be all. I don't know if they've got other IP releasing this year. A lot of it's in 2022, from what I understand. FSR this week confirmed it's very low quality. FSR. You're gonna have to remind me what that is. Is that the fidelity thing from AMD, resolution-wise, or are you talking about a different thing? Sorry, I'm like really tired and it's early in the morning. There's too many acronyms. Too many acronyms. Yeah. Out of all the Xbox exclusives, which one am I most excited for? Only this year? Sorry, I'm gonna have to mute that guy because I don't know why his mic is doing weird. Or something. Anyways, I guess Halo. I mean, if Starfield gets announced, I'll be excited for that one. No, maybe Flight Sim. I really like Flight Sim. Yeah, I'm quite eager to show that off on here. God damn it. Yeah, when I played it last year on PC, I thought it was like one of the best games I played last year. It really is kind of a remarkable, life-changing sort of gaming experience that transcends gaming. So I'm kind of excited to, be sharing that and doing a stream or so of it and doing some videos of Flight Sim. I'm very excited because the sky is calling. And it's not me this time. Huzzah! But, yeah, no, I'm quite excited to see what Flight Sim... Psychonauts 2 as well. That one. I would normally say Halo without a doubt, but the fact they delayed it, I kind of, don't have as much faith in the property because of that delay. To earn that back, needless to say. Yeah. Am I friends with an ex-YouTuber called that? No, I'm not friends with... I don't know who that is, sorry. Oh, the match is over? Oh, it was me dying? That sucks. I think we keep the battery right here. Oh, it's not near DLSS. Of course it's not going to be near DLSS. It's new tech, and it's AMD, and it's going to take time to get developed. You got to remember DLSS, has been around for quite a few years now. And NVIDIA's, I think, a little bit better software-wise than AMD too, but, give it time. I think, the technology just needs to be worked on, and I think it'll get better after a while. PF5 120. That's funny. I don't know. I'll have to wait and see. Hopefully it turns out good though, right? Because that could be a very good wave for games to kind of be improved visually. I think one of the more exciting things is going to be what Microsoft's doing with variable rate shading and the OpenML or whatever they're working on. It's going to be kind of the thing to watch for. Oh, we could go to the depot. Should we get the Shamrocks, Line Strike, Arctic Wolf? And we'll try the Arctic Wolf one. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, DLSS 1.0, like I said, it takes time, and it's machine learning, right? So it gets better over time, which is good. Never owned their G. I had an AMD for a long time. It was really good. All the consoles run on AMD. Nothing inherently wrong with them. NVIDIA's are just better. They've done a better job with the market. Because there was a time where my really good AMD GPU died. And the guy at the store is like, "Are you sure?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Well, what did you do to test it?" I'm like, "I plugged it into 3 different computers, and none of them didn't work on any of them." He's like, "Oh, it's probably dead." I'm like, "Yeah," because maybe he was thinking I didn't know what I was talking about. And then I went to NVIDIA, and I was like, "Okay, this is much better," and I haven't gone back because I couldn't buy any AMD ones. I actually looked at other AMD GPUs, but they were all gone. That was the first big shortage of GPUs, the minor shortage, and it's gotten worse since. Anyways, new match. Be sure to like the stream. Question stuff great. Donation school. Subscribing is awesome. I think we're probably going to do one more match after this one, time-wise. It's not machine learning. Isn't that the whole point of them, is AI upscaling and technology? Well, I mean, God, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Not machine learning. It's an AMD upscaling, or AI upscaling technology that they improve using the data and stuff. It's not, like, machine-based. Sorry. It's human-based learning. Yeah. Oh my god, The Last Stand is killing me. Modern Warfare 3 Remastered. I heard that that's supposed to be coming out this summer, and it's going to be timed exclusive on PlayStation, and then it'll probably come out next year on Xbox, I'm guessing. Probably like 6 months, comes out in the summer, yeah. It being a next year thing, or a late fall thing on Xbox for that one, but it is apparently supposed to come out this year. They've also apparently had it sitting there for a number of years, and they just haven't, released it, so yeah, hopefully we get our hands on it soon to wrap up the trilogy as a package. That would be nice. There's a bad guy there too. So is Flight Sim a brand new IP to Xbox? Flight Sim is older than Xbox. Microsoft Flight Sim is like, well, it's a Microsoft property, but obviously it falls under Xbox now because it's gaming. But yeah, no, Flight Sim is older than even Xbox itself. I think Flight Sim's around since like the 80s or something. It's a pretty classic and iconic franchise. Well, I don't know if you could call it a franchise, but series. It's really, it's a big deal. There's been a few of them over the years, but this one really, at least I feel, takes it to like a super high next level visuals and stuff. It's such a truly remarkable experience. Flying up to the clouds. I did a stream of it on the PC when I was, reviewing it last year. And there was this one point where it's like, we were in London, it was raining, and I kind of went and peeked through the clouds a little bit, and there was like a double rainbow, and it was just unreal. It really, really, really was unreal. Yeah. Huh. It's interesting. I guess I could look up when Flight Sim first came out, because I'm actually kind of curious about that. But it's much older. Flight Sim original? No, it's History of Flight Sim. Sublogic Flight Sims? Oh, Microsoft Flight Simulator. Yeah, it's from 1982. So, it's significantly older than the Xbox is. Kind of funny. But, yeah, it's a classic gaming. I'm just really excited for it because, you know, it's fun. I did like a bunch of like tour videos and stuff, you know, looking at like Alcatraz and, you know, I did like a Canadian tour, so I'm gonna redo that on the Xbox and like talk about spots in Canada, and it's gonna be really exciting. Yeah, at least I think so. I'm kind of here to play it on the console because I think it's just gonna be a little easier to do video stuff on. On PC, there's always that extra demand where I have to, like, if it makes sense, I have to record and run the game, so it's, like, a little harder, whereas the Xbox, just filming's a lot easier. I knew I was there. No, Flight Sim's not a new one. This one's, the new one they're doing is brand new, but a Mandalorian game in the works. I don't think it's necessarily a Mandalorian specific game, but I think they're called Supermassive, but they made the Division games. They're working on a Star Wars game, which is going to be like a open world bounty hunters type of game on different planets. So kind of Mandalorian inspired, but I don't think it's going to be like the Mandalorian, if that makes sense. But it's definitely going to be like sort of the universe style of the Mandalorian, where you can be like different types of like bounty hunters and things, which sounds super promising, at least to me. As damn it, I need like another kill so I get another airstrike going on. Oh, that gives me my helicopter. Oh, the match is over. They're never long enough. Playing a PC for 100 on eBay. It's probably not like a great one or something. Got a 390? Wow, must be nice. Must be nice. I mean, I don't think I've actually really put in an effort yet to get one, but I just look at the local store here and it's like, sold out, sold out, sold out, sold out, sold out. I'm like, yeah. I've heard people go and they like camp there, or they go there every morning hoping they get their hands on one. I think that's a little crazy to me, but you know, if you want one, you can get it. Oh, so we'll do one more here, folks. Yeah, we'll do one more match. Can I play World War II? Yeah, I mean, I've done quite a few streams on World War II, I think 3 or 4, so I don't know if it's in rotation anytime soon, but we'll probably do another Call of Duty World War II stream at some point in the near future. Let me take a quick look at that, and I'll see when it was last in rotation. We did it about just over a week ago, so it's probably another couple weeks away until we play that one again, I think. But you never know, I might filter it in early or something like that. Yeah, I mean, the consoles, like I see a lot of people on the PC subreddits are now saying like the console's kind of your best bang for your buck, just in terms of how hard it is to get a graphics card now, like value-wise, and especially with the inflated prices a lot of places are doing, or a lot of scalpers are doing. It just makes it a lot harder to get into PC gaming, which I think is a big shame, because I'd love to upgrade. I've got the 2080, the RTX 2080 Ti, and I'd love to jump up to a 3090 for my video work, but if you can't find them, you can't find them, right? Oh, and yeah, you could definitely resell them well. But anyways, like I mentioned, this is gonna be our yeah, this is gonna be our last one of the night, I think. I think about that. It's a little bit earlier, but I'd get some other work done. Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up after this one. So, you know, get your questions in if you have them. Liking the video is great if you haven't. Subscribing's awesome. And donations are cool too. Oh, we had 100 likes. Awesome. Nice, guys. Maybe we'll do another one. I'll think about it where we're at the end of the match, but I hope you guys have been having fun and stuff. The old classic Call of Duty. It's such a treat to be able to still play this. Forgot what company has the Star Wars license. No one does. It's over with EA now. LucasArts has been reformed, and they're licensing out Star Wars to people that pitch for it. So like any developer can now make Star Wars games. It's no longer exclusive. So if I had a studio and I had a great idea and I, wanted to make a game, I could go to the LucasArts and be like, "Hey, can I do this?" And they'd be like, "Yes or no." And yep. So it's no longer exclusive anymore. It was to EA for a long time, but they kind of just did nothing with it. I think the funny story with that was that basically there was this changing of the guard at EA. So they spent like billions on getting, the Star Wars license for their games. And then there was a changing of the guard and new executives came in. And the new execs wanted nothing to do with the Star Wars IP, and they're like, "Well, we're just stuck with this franchise. That's costs a lot of money for us to get it, and we're not, because they canceled a lot of games that were in development based on Star Wars, and their output was like very minimal. So I'm kind of excited to get back to a point where Star Wars games are made by like a bunch of different developers. Would I say Xbox One over PS5? I think the PS5 is probably going to end up selling more because the brand loyalty is insane on there. But I don't know, I'm very happy with what Xbox has been doing. I do think, the exclusives is still an issue that they're working on, but it's still not fixed yet, and it won't be for, I don't know, another year or so. Well, there's lots of exclusives coming, but they should have had some more ready for the launch of their console. But, yeah, this is really opinion on that one of who won and stuff. I mean, if you're going by sales and that, it's still early is the biggest thing. You're going to see, the sales winners kind of maybe by the end of next year, not even this year or the year after. Let's kind of see where the sales are going. Who's got the most, if that's your metric of competing, right? And I mean, we never really know what the Xbox sales are either. They don't give out that information anymore. Gonna stop doing that. Might have to do another match. This is like 2 minutes long. We are smoking these guys. I want to call in my chopper, but someone else already has. Not my chopper, they called in their own. Oh, I didn't have my helicopter yet. That's funny. I thought I hit it with the airstrike. That's weird. Maybe it's just hit markers or something. And this guy's getting smoked. Ah, they got me. No one wins. Well, competition's good, Competition's great for gaming. You get better things such as Game Pass, you get better exclusives, you get companies buying companies, Competition is good for industries. Ah, it's the age of consolidation. I was trying to think of what that word was that I was talking about. Yeah, we're in a bit of an age of consolidation for gaming, where companies are buying companies and it's becoming smaller and smaller. That's what I was thinking of. I was trying to, the other night I was like, it's the age of acquisitions. I was like, no, that's not right. It's a C word. It's the age of consolidation. The cheapest PC to buy? Is there any for 300? Not any good PCs. Is there DLC for this game? No, they did release some free maps, and they did add a lot of things that you can buy or work towards. Yeah, we'll have to do another match here. That was too fast. Yeah. Yeah, they've all got strengths and weaknesses and stuff. Yeah. I mean, it really doesn't matter. They're consoles. They all do their different things. It's a good point in buying the options that are available. But yeah, we'll keep going at this point. Yeah. I find for the PlayStation stuff, it's kind of like for exclusives, and then you go back and you do the third party on the Xbox. At least in my experience. Sure, some people just get the PlayStation though, do it all on there, and that's totally fine. I feel like we've done all of these maps multiple times. Huzzah! I think they put on like double XP or something. Deathmatch takes forever for XP. Yeah, Battlefield looks really good on this series. That high-end dynamic res scaling, I tell ya, it's good. And it does look like your COD points actually are shared across games. Because this is the exact same number that I have in Warzone, and it keeps changing alongside it. So that's interesting. I didn't know it carried back so far. It's just fascinating. And it's weird that that's the case. I wonder if it's the same in like World War II and that too. Huh. Definitely interesting. At least I think so. But I don't have enough for Rambo, guys. I don't have enough. Oh, the heartbreak. Oh wow, I got some notifications. Twitter. Bum, 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 bum. Time to answer the Call of Duty. Again. Anyways, new match. Be sure to like the stream. Questions, stuff, great. Donations, cool. Subscribing is awesome. Hope you guys are enjoying and having fun. You never know what they're saying, so I always gotta mute everybody. Play music or say something bad in the stream, it's never a good thing. It's gonna be one of those awkward maps where everybody's kind of sniping, and I'm just like, where is everybody? There's 5 of them, and it's just like quiet. And I wish this game had like a highlight system. You'd be like, they're up in that building, you know, something like that. I think the characters kind of call it out, but I don't think they do a ton of that. Where did he go? Like, this is the quietest Crossfire match I've ever seen. Oh, he's dead. G3, but with no, like, sight on it? That's weird. Yeah, it's super weird. A guy! I got him, nice. The Call of Booty, you know it. Yeah, Xbox is always really focused on the multiplayer games. That's the kind of thing, like, I don't see why people don't value the Xbox IPs more, because you can, like, play them forever, whereas the PlayStation IPs, but they don't really do multiplayer ones. It's usually, like, one and done. They're great games, but it's like, you don't keep enjoying them long term, if that makes sense. It's no fault on either. Like, I like a good story game, but I just wish they had, like, you know, their own Halo or their own, like, shooter or something, or their own multiplayer game that I could play, like, over and over and over again. And it's just, like, they just don't seem to have that sort of thing. Like, they had Killzone, and I don't think that really took off, and they have the occasional party game, too, but, you know, nothing like Sea of Thieves or something like that, if you get the context of what I'm saying. I think they did the Predator game. They had Ilphonic make that one, but it wasn't anything too amazing or special. But I did enjoy it. Valhalla on PS5. Oh, that's pretty fun. It's a fun game. Going out to Valhalla. I was thinking at some point we might do an AC Origin stream because I want to work through it. I bought it, or not, I didn't buy it. I got it to review on PlayStation because they didn't have Xbox codes, and you know, then I was like, okay, so I did my review on the PlayStation version. And then I ended up, you know, kind of getting it on Xbox later with my One X review copy, but, or my One X review console. And then I just never ended up kind of really working through it on the Xbox side, so it'd be nice to do a stream and just kind of play that one, because it actually is quite a fun game. That might be an interesting stream. Yeah. At some point. Am I excited for House of Ashes? I don't think I've really looked into that one, to be honest. Sounds interesting. Is it like a horror title? Sounds like a horror title. Run across and go get this guy. Ah, I should have just waited a second more. Sackboy. Oh, Sackboy was fun. That was a very lovely game. I definitely Yeah, some of them are a bit more kid-based, but that's also a cool thing. I think Xbox actually lacks a bit with the family games these days. They used to have some real bangers, and now it's just like the family games are like non-existent, basically. I mean, they got like Connected Ventures. Well, I don't know if it's Connected Ventures was a 360 Connect, but they've got Disneyland Adventures, Pixar Rush, you know, Zoo Tycoon. They've got that, but it's not like. I wish they had some better, you know, family-friendly games. Yeah, it would be nice. Hmm. Yeah, the Spider-Man games are just fantastic. They did a great job on those ones. Insomniac's a gem. Xbox should have never let them get away when they were working with them. Yeah. Very, very stupid. And this is such a quiet match. So weird, and it's like pretty full too, right? It's not like it's empty out here. Oh, Uncharted's good. I like Uncharted a lot. I got videos of all the Uncharted games running on PS5. I did each of them from the collection. I did their own separate video, and then I did one for 4. And I didn't do Lost Legacy though, because I don't own that one. Actually, I had it physically, and then I resold it once I finished it and did a review back in the day. But yeah, I've covered all the other Uncharted titles on 5 and stuff. I just wish I had more PS5 games to play. That's my biggest issue. Because I'd be doing more videos like I do on the Series X, showing off all these games on PS5, but, you know, my library's like 200 games on there, I think, something just under 200 games. And it's like, of those, how many are ones where it's like I should do a video on, right? Not too many. That's obviously a bit of a problem. Oh crap, gonna blow up here. They did do a Deadpool game. There was a Deadpool game at one point. And it was re-released on Xbox One and PS4, but been delisted because Activision lost the Marvel licensing and stuff. So that happened. From the Man of Medan. Oh, you're talking about the. Isn't there like a Chronicles name for that series or something? It's from the Until Dawn people. Until Dawn is a great game. I have a video of that on PS5 also on the channel, and that one runs at an uncapped frame rate, so you actually get 60 FPS, and it looks and plays beautifully, which is awesome. And yeah, they make fun games. I haven't really played their multi-console thing, you know, that series, because it's like an anthology of horror games. I haven't really played those. I did a few minutes just to add it to a Game Pass list, but I haven't actually sat there and played through them. I should actually see if any are on Game Pass. That might be a neat stream to do a horror game like that. That'd be kind of cool. Ow, I'm getting smoked here. Wait, Gears. You should definitely check out Gears. It's a great franchise, the Gears of War games. You've got like several of them that you can work through now, and they're really well done. I think you can play the later ones on PC and Ultimate Edition. Well, but they're actually a pretty good series. It has 200 games on 5. Well, a lot of them aren't like big tier ones you can do videos with and stuff, if you know what I mean. It's just like, yeah. It's kind of small, right? Like, I've got 10 times the library on Xbox. I've got like 2,000 games on Xbox compared to like 200 on PS5. I'm just saying it's like a big difference in games I can videos on realistically, right? Kind of shortens my options. Ow, I'm getting smoked here. But no, seriously, give Gears a whirl. You'll have a good time. A lot of fun. And we're down by 10? How does this keep happening? I think I'm doing good, and then my team's just getting, like, stomped or something. They cap? Oh, I'm -4, never mind. It's 5 and 12? Jesus. Crazy. Game Pass? Yeah, this is good on Game Pass. Maybe we'll do a Man of Medan stream, just because it's a little bit of a horror game. That might be fun. He keeps just running away from me. You notice that? Is he gonna come around the building? That was so bizarre. It's a bizarre. Ah, crap. Oh, you never really played Xbox before? Well, there's lots of games you're missing out on. You got Game Pass, you can do like, there's Viva Pinata, Banjo-Kazooie, there's so many titles. I mean, I should probably be saying more, but there really are like just a ton of games you can play across like all the generations. Halo games, Sea of Thieves is a lot of fun. State of Decay, the Forza, so many franchises to catch up on. Cameo is also pretty cool. It's by Rare, you know, a little studio named Rare. They're pretty good. But yeah, you can enjoy a lot of classics. Perfect Dark, you know, stuff like that. Boom, 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 boom. We need 7 kills really fast. Ah, we didn't do it. Bloody Kevin or do solo. Yeah, we'll see what I got set up there for that one. Okay, so this next match will be the last one. We're gonna call it after that. Yeah. Just time-wise. I'll get some other work done tonight. And go to the bathroom. That'll be fun, but we'll do one more game here. Should be good. I'm gonna have a nice salad. Be awesome. Bum 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 bum. Or I don't think we've done Downpour tonight, did we? I'm trying to think of what I do with all these gear points I've got. Exactly, I pick up. And now we wait. Wait for the next match. Oh, EA Play. Yeah, I was thinking of picking up EA Play on PS5 for a month just to do videos on. And I have like literally on my sticky note a selection of titles on there that were like kind of suggested things I would do. I gotta take a look. I don't know if I still have PS Plus or not. Since PlayStation usually supplies that to me, and since we've had a PR turnover, I haven't gotten more PS Plus yet, so kind of waiting on it. But I don't want to send in too many emails because I'm still waiting to hear back about like what's going on with Ratchet & Clank, which I hope to hear about today, but we'll have to see, because I know the review embargo's up, so I obviously didn't get it early enough for that, which sucks, but it is what it is. Ooh, Halo 3's trending on Twitter for some reason. That's kind of cool. And Dolby Atmos, ooh. Cool. So yeah, this is gonna be our last match of the night, guys. You got questions and stuff, get them in. Donations are awesome, and subscribing as well. And yeah, and then we'll just kind of wrap it up after this one. Should be fun. And it's always nice that I have an excuse to play good old Modern Warfare Remastered. COD 4 lives on, huzzah! Yep. Still a great one of the series. Ow. The Juggernaut is vicious. Your guy sniping back here? I saw a red dot. Ah. Yeah, it's really cheap. I was just like literally, I think it's like $5 for a month though, and I could like knock off all those games video-wise. It'd be pretty tops. I used to pay for it. Like I've had it since it came out on Xbox, as I always thought it was a great deal. But now I get it through the Game Pass, so it's like, yeah. Downloaded Tell Me Why. That one's okay. Some people really love that one. I thought it was one of the weaker Don't Nod stories, but you know, it's actually like a solid experience. It's enjoyable. The twins are interesting, so you'll probably have fun playing through it. I mean, it doesn't cost anything, so I think that's kind of really nice that Xbox actually did that and they made it free. You know, because I think it's kind of an important diversity story, if that makes sense. Because there's not really characters like that, so it's definitely a different sort of thing. Just kind of wish the story was a bit more engaging, because, you know, I really love the Life is Strange stuff. Like, I'm a huge Don't Nod fan. You know, since back to like when they made Remember Me, I quite liked Remember Me. Don't hold up on a sequel, guys. That's never happening. They told me because Capcom's got the rights to it. But you know, Vampire, I love. I don't know if I love. I really like Vampire. I thought that one was a lot of fun. Vampire. What else was there? Life is Strange. Remember Me. I think they made another thing in between. They did Life is Strange 2 as well. Some other story related. They like playing with time in their games. Oh, Twin Mirror. That was okay. That was so-so, but usually quite a big fan of their titles. They make some pretty good games. But big Life is Strange fan. Yeah. But I hope you enjoyed the Tell Me Why, and I won't spoil anything so that you can go in fresh and see what it's all about. Because there's a little bit of a mystery and stuff. I actually hope that Xbox works with Don't Nod again to do more episodic stuff. You would think that they'd be just like trying to crank out episodic things for Game Pass, because that's sort of perfect, right? It's like kind of like what Netflix has, or Disney Plus and that, but they just don't seem to have too many episodic type companies. Because even like Hitman would have been kind of genius for Game Pass when they were doing like episodic DLC releases. That would have been just great. Great Game Pass feel, that's for sure. Yeah. Got a little bit of a lead here. Pull off a win for once. We won a lot at the beginning of the night, and it seems like we kind of trailed off, but I think that has to do with the players you get too, right? Oh, there's two of them there. Grenade kill? Oh. No grenade kill for me. Smoked. Ugh. I wonder when they'll remake this game. It's gonna happen someday. Maybe we'll actually get a proper like trilogy package at once instead of having it like piece size to us. That guy camping that spot hard. I want to get around here and actually shoot his ass down. I had better accuracy. That's also the fun of this game, is a little bit of the randomness with the shooting. Never know how things are gonna go. Crap. Any news for Ubisoft on Xbox Game Pass? Ubisoft Plus, I believe it's called. Nothing official yet. I still have a good feeling that that might get announced at E3 this year, but we'll have to wait and see. I mean, we haven't really got confirmation on it, but I love doing my April Fools for that one. That got a lot of people. It's my most clever, I think, April Fools that I've done thus far. But yeah, I hope it happens, but there's not really been any news on it. And like I said, you're not going to hear most stuff until E3, right? You're not going to see any new drops until E3 comes out because it's so close. Unless there's like some leaks in that. Ow. And we're still ahead by like 8 or so. It's gonna be close. Very close. Yeah. I think it used to be called Uplay, and then they changed it to like Ubisoft Connect, and then they changed it to Ubisoft Plus. It's hard to keep up with some of the naming changes, right? And I mean, I don't think it would be too crazy because Stadia comes. If you have Stadia Pro, you get the you get Ubisoft Plus as part of that. So it's not out of the question that they license out the library like that. I'm sure EA's, or not EA, Ubisoft is happy to get more. How did my own grenade kill me there? What the hell? Did it like bounce back? Super strange. Ah, crap. Be great even if it raises. Yeah, I'd be happy with that too. Same with like if we could get maybe like a Nintendo. I know it sounds weird, but if they do Game Pass and you know they get it on the Switch or something, it would be really cool. If the only way you could play the Nintendo games on Xbox was through like a subscription, I would pay like an extra 5 or 10 for that. Fine. Same with with Ubisoft Plus, it'd be worth an extra 5 or something a month. Or I don't think it would be a big deal. Eventually, Game Pass will probably go up in price, and it's already, you know, probably well worth even a bit of an increase, to be honest. At least I feel so. 15, yeah, $15. You get like it's like hundreds of games. They always still advertise it's like 100+ games, but they've got like 200 or 300 on there. It's absolutely insane. And I do have a video where I actually break down. It's a little outdated now for a few games, but you know, at the beginning of May, I broke down, you know, every single game on Game Pass and gave thoughts on what was worth checking out. It was a pretty expansive video, quite honestly, but kind of a neat thing to do. We're within 5. It's a close match. I want to lose. I'm almost like just slightly positive. Sucks to suck. Renew gold. They advertise 3. Well, you can only do it once, I believe, right? The conversion. It's just to get new players, and it's the idea of it. And there we go. That's the last match, guys. Thanks for tuning in and watching. I hope you had fun. If you want to watch some other stuff, again, the Miitopia video really could use view support, guys. It'd be really great so we get more Nintendo stuff in the future. But other videos today included The Hunter Call of the Wild, which is a hunting game on Series X, and Elix on Series X. Yesterday was Tomb Raider Legend on Series X, and Tour de France 21 on Series X. And tomorrow is, I believe, MechWarrior 5, Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, and Dante's Inferno, but it might get changed up or something